Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death. That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
How's it going? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get started, I'd like for everybody to take notice that this is episode number 374. Number 374 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, before we get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. You can find every one of my episodes there to download absolutely free. Once again, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, folks, if you have not already done so, I don't know why you wouldn't have, follow me on Twitter. All right, the Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow on Twitter, especially if you want some decent stock tips, to say the least, and, of course, the 411 on what's going down in the digital underground. Do you understand what I'm saying? Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. I'm going to try to get through the first hour of getting through the markets as fast as possible. We have a lot of things to talk about on the agenda here. Talking about, obviously, the news that came out this weekend, folks, that WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange, a lot of uncertainty on what was happening when he tweeted out those code hashtags, so to speak. Nobody knew what was going on. People thought it was a dead man switch. Didn't know whether or not he was dead or alive. Come to find out that it is a situation at the Ecuadorian embassy in London in which Julian Assange's internet access has been completely cut off by a, quote, state party, and this is a direct influence of the United States and John Kerry pressuring the Ecuadorian president to silence Assange, folks. So that's why you're seeing his internet cord being cut off from him, and we're going to talk about that later. We're also going to talk a little bit about the latest Podesta emails to come about. Podesta email, I guess Series 10 is what you can call them. And they didn't tweet about it on the WikiLeaks Twitter. It just posted on the WikiLeaks.org website. So for you folks that haven't, been scouring through those emails, they're there for you. They were posted today. And basically we're going to talk about those later on. But right now, let's go ahead and get into the markets, folks, so we can get into the crux of the political matters at hand here today. Because, man, let me tell you, that election is right around the corner, and the Democrats, the mainstream media, and all these deviant, corrupt, criminal parties involved are going full throttle, and it's time for us to start doing it as well. But first, let's go ahead and get to the markets, folks, because let me tell you, a lot of individuals are listening to this broadcast as it relates to the markets. As a matter of fact, I'm being retweeted and favorited by very, very big investment online publications. Thinking Alpha, I want to give props to Thinking Alpha. A whole bunch of other financial publications, folks, because they know that I know what I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I'm the badass of business out here. All right? Every morning I get up, and as a matter of fact, people were asking me, well, Ghost, what's your morning routine? What's your morning ritual here? What do you do? I mean, I just wake up, I take a shower, make sure, I make sure to dress for success. Even if I'm going to just stay back here and just do some trading and not, because I do have brick mortar businesses and I've got other ventures that, takes me away from the trading desk every now and then. But even if I'm just sitting back trading the whole day, folks, you want to dress for success. You understand what I'm saying? You want to look like you're $1 million. I mean, this is what I keep telling capitalists. All right, I keep telling capitalists that if you want to be the best capitalist you can be, you need to go and acquaint yourself with whatever it is that's inspiring you, whatever it is that you want in life. If you want a badass car, why don't you go to the dealership? Why don't you go to the dealership and just ask you to just, see it, kind of feel the leather, get in the car, smell the car, new car smell, that sort of thing. I'm not joking around. These are the kind of things that you got to do so you can motivate yourself each and every day so that you can go out, carve out your own destiny with the economic idea that is capitalism, baby. So let's go ahead and get to the stocks. Now, before the market opened, folks, I tweeted out some stocks to watch. It was going to be a down market today. We were looking to see if the earnings that were announced today were going to somehow increase the market, was going to give some kind of a rally. It did not. We're finally starting to see some weakness on the dollar, folks, after it climbed in value for the past couple of weeks. Treasuries are now on the rise. And the reason that we're seeing a little bit of retraction on the dollar, or I should say contraction on the dollar, is because of the fact that investors are having inflation fears all of a sudden. And as I've stated, folks, I personally believe that the investment community, just based on the trading activity, especially in today's session, just goes to show you the investors don't know where the hell to put their money. They don't know what the hell to do. They don't know where to go. All right, very confused investment community here in America, to say the least. So let's go ahead and let's get to the Dow Jones Industrials, shall we? Dow Jones Industrials, if you can take a look at the chart, very weird, very helter-skelter day, kind of flirted with some positivity, at least some low-end positivity early in the morning. Then all of a sudden it just it just went to kaput. I mean, it just went down, for Christ's sake, all right? Anyway, Dow Jones Industrials closed out down today, 51.98 points down on the day, a percentage decrease of 0.29% decrease on the day, closing out the Dow Jones Industrials at 18,086.40 points for the Dow Jones Industrials, all right? S&P 500 also saw some negativity today. It was also down 6.48 points on the day, a percentage decrease of 0.30% decrease on the day, closing out the S&P at 2,126.50 points for the S&P 500. The NASDAQ Composite also down today. That's what I'm saying, man. Nothing but red today. NASDAQ is down 14.34 points, a percentage decrease of 0.27%, closing out the NASDAQ at 5,199.82 points for the NASDAQ index. Now, let me tell you something, folks. As you can see from these down numbers, and not just the down numbers of the closing bell, but the down numbers as it relates to the helter-skelter market activity. If you take a look at these charts that I'm about to suggest to you, these were the stocks that I had suggested this morning. And whenever I suggest a stock, folks, all right, pre-market, it's to look towards a play. All right, it's not to sit here and say, hey, I'm going to just automatically go into it and then I'm going to make money. No, you have to understand, if you're going to make money in trying to find liquidity in any stock, you got to be able to catch the dip. Every stock is going to have a dip at some point in time, and you got to be able to catch that dip. You're never going to catch the absolute bottom of the dip, but you got to catch at least somewhat of it and then ride the next wave up And what makes a good capitalist is when to jump the hell out. All right, that's really what makes a good capitalist. All right. Now, one of these stocks that I talked about this morning was RLJ Entertainment. In the pre-market, folks, I mean, I saw it jump on this son of a bitch as high as 30% in the pre-market. All right. Now, when you see this kind of activity in relation to pre-market gains, what you want to do is you want to be able to at least put that stock on your radar and be able to monitor it for the first at least 5 minutes of the share, all right? Once the day's trading starts, take a look at the first 5 minutes, and if it continues to go up within that 5 minutes, that may be the dip. I mean, there may not even be a dip, all right? That may be the wave itself. Now, what you want to do is you don't want to go hasty on a stock as soon as the market opens, because there's a lot of people that are probably holding shares that they're wanting to dump at certain prices that they've been waiting for a good long amount of time. So that's why I always say, whenever I suggest a stock to watch in pre-market trading before the bell rings, it's an opportunity to gain liquidity. But what you need to do is monitor the stock and make sure that if it goes up and up in the first 5 minutes and it doesn't seem like it's going down, well, then possibly you missed that wave increase. Like there was no dip. It just went up right off as the bell rang. And what you want to do is monitor it for a dip on the way down. And you see, that's where you make money in relation to gaining liquidity in moving in and out of shares, in and out of stocks. Now, of course, folks, if you're with a regular broker, like, traditional brokerage companies, you are prohibited from partaking in this type of trading because by law, you have to have $25,000 in your trading account to be able to move in and out of stocks on a consistent basis, whether it be once or twice an hour, 3 or 4 times every 4 hours, whatever the case might be. The current law, if you have a regular brokerage account, I think it's limited to 3 trades every 5 business days, unless you have over $25,000 in your brokerage account. Now, I think that's unfair. That's one of the most unfairest laws to the working capitalist that I have ever heard, and you can thank Mr. Yes We Can and the Democratic Party for that one. But let me tell you, folks, I'm trying to encourage everybody. There are alternatives in which it bypasses this particular law through a loophole. And I encourage everybody just to throw a couple of $100 in a letter U stocktrade.com account. U stocktrade. All right? The letter U stocktrade.com. All right. Now, the reason that you can move in and out of shares using this firm is because it's an alternative trading system. It bypasses that whole clause of you having to have $25,000 in your brokerage account to move in and out of shares. And the reason I'm encouraging people, and look, they are not advertising on this broadcast. They're not paying me to say this. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I want to make as many capitalists as possible. In this goddamn Obama economic garbage that we are living in, everybody who's a worker, everybody who is attempting to facilitate their own living should have every ample opportunity to obtain liquid, to obtain profits, to obtain any means of capital necessary. And to have this law is just an absolute disgusting travesty. And that's why I try to tell people that if you want to partake in these types of market trades that I've been discussing here and that I talk about in the mornings, I strongly advise you, if you're from America, to entertain possibly putting in a couple of $100 into a brokerage account at the letter U, stocktrade.com. And, of course, if you're a little apprehensive and you don't know, they've got a stock trade simulator there, folks, that you can try absolutely free so that you can see if you actually have what it takes to go in and out of these markets. The bad part about it is I've found that when listeners decide that they're going to do the trade simulator for free, they make 40-50% profits, within the first, couple of days of doing some trades on the simulator. They kick themselves in the rear end for not at least putting in a couple $100, you know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, to gain liquidity in this market is not hard. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the symbol RLJE, if you can, folks, if you're listening. Just bring up a chart, go to your nearest financial resource information site, and type up the symbol RLJE. Now, the reason that we saw such great increases in the pre-market is because AMC Networks is going to invest $65 million into RLJ Entertainment as part of a streaming partnership. So right off the bat, when investors hear that, $65 million is going to this company, and let me tell you, this was a very cheap company.
Changing a song can change your whole day, but change has never been this powerful. At Nissan's Year of the Truck and SUV event, we're rolling out our capable new lineup and big savings. Shop your local Nissan store and choose Nissan.com. Offers end soon.
I mean, the day's range today was $2.21, and the high was $2.80. Now, the day's high, unfortunately, started at the beginning of the day. If you take a look at this chart, take a look at that chart. That's where the high was. It was right at the beginning because you had a lot of investors that saw 30+% in the pre-market increase, and they thought, hey, let's go ahead and let me get some shares right as the bell rings, and let me go ahead and see if I can ride this thing. And unfortunately, this was one of those where, right as the bell rang, you saw a lot of people that basically bought in the pre-market. And this is why you got to be very wary about huge pre-market percentage increases, is that those guys that bought in the pre-market are going to want to sell off, and they're going to want to sell off quick. And that's exactly what happened here at the beginning of this stock. And let me tell you, it dipped there right at around 10 a.m. As a matter of fact, I actually called that dip on Twitter. And fortunately, we were riding that dip for a while. I have to be honest with you, I was holding a good chunk of these shares up until about 1 p.m., and then when I saw that increase, you see this on this chart? A dramatic increase, right after lunch. What do I tell you about Wall Street and lunch? All right, look at lunchtime on Wall Street, 12 to 1, nothing going on. And then when 1 o'clock comes around, all of a sudden you got this huge activity. I unfortunately wasn't able to take advantage of that huge spike that looks like it was around 2:30 p.m. When I saw the increases at around 1 o'clock, I got out, profited generously. And as I've stated, folks, you got to be patient. You got to understand how stock trading works. You have to understand that, right now, as you look at this particular stock, the average volume, which means the average shares traded of this particular stock, is only about 160,667 shares traded of this stock a day. If you take a look at the volume today, what was it? Like at least over 5 million shares exchanged plus, all right? And because you had so many people trading this stock, that's why you had so much, choppy, really small, wavy volatility. And what you have to do, folks, is when you're waiting, and it looks like, oh, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, hold on much longer. Remember, patience is everything. Sometimes too much patience is a bad thing. I mean, that's what makes the market so tricky. Now, I knew that we were going to see a pull-up on RJL Entertainment here. I just didn't know when the hell it was going to happen. I mean, I would have liked to have used that money to be, bouncing around, elsewhere. But like anything else, you can't call the bottom, and you don't know when that next wave is going to happen. So I literally held on those shares for a few hours until around after lunchtime. And then when I saw that dramatic increase, I mean, boom, I made dramatic amounts of money. Remember, I announced the dip at around 10 a.m., and I got in on that dip. 1,000 shares of this particular stock is a little over $2,000, okay? So if you've got 1,000 shares, that's a little over $2,000, which is not very much money in the trading, world. Every penny that this damn stock goes up, it's $10, all right? All right? Every penny it goes up, it's $10. So, it goes up 20 cents. goes up 30 cents, you're making some decent money, all right? I'm just saying, you're making some decent money. This is how you make money in the stock market, folks, okay? Now, the reason I wanted to bring up RLJE, symbol RJLE, is to show people on this chart that sometimes you need to understand that when a lot of people are investing in the pre-market, all right, these are the people, and not just to mention the pre-market, when you have a lot of unexpected volume in a low-volume stock, these are the kinds of weird charts that you're going to receive. All right, you got to wait until all these idiots that bought in the morning sell out. All right, and they get out of the market. You saw that right around after lunchtime on this chart. If you would have bought anywhere in the morning, except at the beginning of the morning, of course, and I think I had somebody buy in right as the day's trading started, and unfortunately got in on the high end on this. That's why you got to be patient. That's why, dealing with the market, you have to understand how the investors are going to think. And once I started to see it going dramatically down, I decided to wait, and then I called the dip at right around 10. If you look on the chart, right around 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m., a little after 10, and then literally it waved a tad bit, and I stayed in, and then it just continued to kind of stagnate in these weird, small, choppy waves because of the high volume on the stock. And then ran right before 1 p.m., and it just took this huge increase, and that's what I've been waiting for, and that's how you make money, folks, okay? So that's that stock right there, and it's a great investment. As a matter of fact, I think that this is a decent stock in general here if you want to at least hold on to it. If you unfortunately bought into it on the high, I think that this is a good stock to hold on to at least for another month, unless there's some kind of run at the stock market and there's a crash or something to that effect, all right? What does volume in stock marketing mean? Somebody just asked me on Twitter. The volume means the amount of shares that are being traded of that share. In the symbol RLJE, the average market volume, which means the average shares traded on a given day, on a given trading day session, is only around 161,000 shares that are traded of this stock every day. Today, it was over 5 million shares that were traded on this share alone today. And because the unexpected high volume, that should tell you as an investor that, hey, look, we may see some, we may see some choppy waters. You see, I don't like these types of charts. What I like to see is I like to see charts where you can see nice peaks and valleys. You can see, a nice hill. You can see, a nice wave. You can get in on the dip, and there's a nice wave that you can get in and get out of. These little choppy sons of bitches, I mean, they'll have you holding a share longer than you would pretty much like to. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the case was for me today, holding on to RLJE. I mean, I had to hold on to it, and look, you gotta bear with the market. And the reason I held on to it, I knew it wasn't going to go down any higher because of all the pre-market activity. You had all this pre-market activity. There was no way it was going to go down any lower than whatever the day's low was, and the day's low actually happened right as the day's trading ended. I mean, take a look at that dramatic decrease right before the bell closed for the day. I mean, that's what I knew that wasn't going to happen during the day. I was waiting for that pull-up. It happened. And that's what I was waiting for. Now, how did I know it was going to happen? Because all of the activity that we have in the pre-market, and take a look at that dramatic slope downwards from the beginning of the trading session up until about 10 or 11 o'clock. Take a look at that. There's a lot of people that bought in on that slope. That choppy little slope there. A lot of people bought in on that. So they're gonna want to try to sell out, or they're going to hold on. And that's going to take, some scarcity of the shares because people are trying to hold on to see if these shares can go up so they can get out. Anyway, folks, sorry. I know that I go on and on about stocks here, but I want people to make money, all right? I want people to make money. There's a lot of money to be made here, and that's why I try to tweet out shares that are very inexpensive and that are jumping, rather generously, so that people that are listening in that don't have $20,000 in a brokerage account, but maybe have $200, maybe have $500, maybe they can go in and out on these things. As a matter of fact, once again, not only does the letter U, stocktrade.com, not only does it allow you to, not have any restrictions on trade consistency, but also it's only $1 a month, $1 a trade, baby. So you can go in and out on these trades like it's no big deal. Some of these brokerage accounts that you have in your traditional brokerage firms cost as high as $8.95, man. I mean, good God. How are you going to get in and out on stocks with that? So that's what I'm saying, folks. Anyway, look, I did tweet out a couple of other ones here. I don't want to go over the charts on them. I do want to tell you should look after these charts, study them. One of them was Super Value Inc. They were increasing dramatically on selling out a portion of their business, if I'm not mistaken. Super Value announced a sale of Save-A-Lot business for $1.365 billion. And what you saw here, folks, you take a look at that chart, there was a time, and there was about a good 2 or 3, I would say about 5 minutes to where you could have got in on this particular increase and got out mid-morning. Now, as it started dipping, I announced the dip, and it continued to dip until once again, or after lunchtime, as you can see, it came back around, and you could have got yourself a little bit of cake in between the hours of about 11 a.m. to right before 1 p.m. right here. If you would have got in anywhere there, you would have got yourself some liquid. And as you can see, take a look at these short, choppy waves. Man, it's a lot of volume on these shares. All right? Lots of volume on these shares here. So that's what, prohibited these shares from actually breaking out, because it was a down market. And whenever there's a down market, folks, investors flock to anything that's green. All right? They flock to anything that's green, and they'll play it. I mean, that's literally, when you see little choppy waves like this on a chart, that's high volume and assholes that are basically utilizing this particular stock to get liquidity. They're moving, tens of thousands of shares in and out, in and out, in and out, probably on a basis of minutes. I'm serious. I mean, that's how these big wigs make money. I mean, just imagine, okay? Just imagine you caught the low end of the dip on, and Super Value Inc. is symbol SVU. That's the symbol SVU. Let's say you were lucky enough to catch the dip at 12 p.m. For Super Value. And let's say you're one of these big wigs, 10,000 shares, and you waited and sold off right before 1 p.m. I mean, just do the math on your own on how much money that is. All right? And let me tell you, these Wall Street guys do that on a consistent basis. All right? And put money in their brokerage funds pockets, in their own pockets. All right? I'm serious. I'm not joking around. Anyway, let's continue going, shall we? I'm just trying to tell people there's free liquidity right there to be had. All you got to do is find it. All you got to do is do it. All right? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, the other two shares that I advised this morning was Omeros Corp. It showed positive data on a phase 2 clinical trial on its renal disease drug. It saw an initial pop. If you take a look at the symbol OMER, the beginning of the day, what happens? Everybody gets in because everybody gets hype about the pre-market, and as you can see, a dramatic dip right there. But if you would have taken advantage of that dip right after 10 a.m., the stock was cheap enough for you to at least get yourself at, I would say, a dime, maybe 15 cents before you had to get the hell out, and then it just remained stagnant all day. I mean, it was really, really stagnant. I mean, but you see, high volume, man, high volume stocks. This is, I mean, high volume and low volume stocks is what you get when you have these small choppy waves. Average market volume for this stock, 365. 200 shares traded on an average trading cycle for this share alone. Today, in the millions. In the millions. So that's why you have these short, choppy waves. Now, there's a flip side to that coin. Let's say you have a stock, but it has low volume. Well, low volume can make a stock price go all over the place. I saw somebody today tweet at me. You can probably look at my timeline and find it. Why exactly did one share go up $1 and then all of a sudden it's down $1? What the hell's going on there? And I looked at the share, I looked at the stock, and all I had to do was take a look at the market volume. I mean, there was only like maybe 20,000 shares traded. That's low volume. That's not a lot of shares traded. And you see, when you have a low volume on that, it's either good or bad. It could be good in the fact that everybody that's in that low volume stock thinks positive and they want to gather as many shares as possible. You could ride a dramatic increase wave on low volume if everybody is positive on the stock. But there's a flip side of that coin. You could have a trading group, because trading groups do this, folks, okay? You could have a trading group pump up the share by, each and every one of these people buying 100 shares and basically pumping the stock up. All right, one person buys the stock at one price, and then the other person buys it at a nickel higher for 100 shares, and then another person buys it at 10 cents higher until they pump up the stock. Then what happens is they lure investors that are looking for anything on the green, anything on the board that's green. They lure investors, and then once investors start buying the highs that a lot of these, investment groups kind of, goaded, investors into, they start selling off really quick, leaving these investors that got lured into the stock holding the bag at a very high price. I mean, I'm serious. I'm just trying to tell you the ins and outs and why you need to understand what market volume is and why exactly it's so important in relation to your stock trades and investment, all right? All right, now, last but not least, the last stock I suggested was a short opportunity, and it was a great short opportunity. As a matter of fact, if you were to get this stock and you were to short it right in the morning, you would have made money. You would have made serious money. If you would have held it all day today, you would have made money. All right? And what shorting is, folks, and of course you cannot short on ustocktrade.com, which is unfortunate, but shorting is a very risky, I wouldn't say it's as risky as options or trading futures or something of that nature, but it's pretty risky in that what you're doing is you're betting that a stock is going to go down in price. All right? So, for instance, let's say you wanted to short this particular stock that I suggested this morning, and it's PTC Therapeutics. Symbol is PTCT. Symbol PTCT. If you would have got in on any short opportunity within the first 20 to 30 minutes of the trading day, you would have made some serious money today. Now, shorting, of course, folks, is when your brokerage firm allows you to borrow shares of a given stock at a given price. So let's say today you got this particular stock somewhere around, let's say you got it up around $8.20. All right? $8.20. Let's say you got it at $8.50. Let's say you got it at $8.50 because today's high, believe it or not, was $10.30. I mean, that's what, according to the reports I'm getting, today's high was $10.30. Today's low was $7.90. I doubt anybody got in at $10.30. If you were lucky to get in on this short, you were lucky to get in anywhere for around $8.50, maybe $8.70, something of that nature. But let's say you got in at $8.50. Well, when you're shorting a stock, let's say you want to short, I don't know, just for the sake of argument, 1,000 shares. Well, what you're asking the brokerage firm to do is you're asking them to borrow those shares, all right, at $8.50. Now, what you were hoping to do when shorting those shares at $8.50, you're hoping that the stock price goes down. And every point, every penny that the stock market goes down from the price that you shorted the stocks from, that is money that goes in your pocket, all right? That's how you short in the shorting game. You are betting against the stock. Now, there's a flip side to that coin. Let's say you get in on a short and it all of a sudden goes up in price, well, sir, you are obligated to pay that price if it happens to go up each and every share. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? I mean, let's just say you thought you were Mr. Johnny Stock Trader over here, and you decided that you wanted to short some shares, and you were positive that, you know, whatever, you had a hunch that they were going to have bad numbers, whatever the case might be, and all of a sudden the son of a bitch goes up $2 when you're shorting these shares. Son, you owe whoever you borrowed those shares from $2 a share. So that's what makes shorting such a, a little bit of a risky situation, to say the least. Anyway, folks, those are the stocks that I suggested today. The only reason I suggest them is to let you all know that there was money, there is money, lots of money to be had out here. All you've got to do is go out, put a couple $100 into a U stock trade account, the letter U, stocktrade.com, and just start trading. Get in and out of these damn dips and waves, man. I mean, why can't you make some liquidity? I mean, that's what I always say. What the hell? Anyway, let's get to commodities, folks, because commodities kind of took it on the teeth today. As a matter of fact, that's the whole reason why we had a little bit of a decrease in the equities markets. We saw a little bit of a slide in oil, and the reason that we're seeing a slide in oil, folks, is because of the BRIC Summit. I don't know if you folks are familiar with the BRIC Summit. It is a meeting between Iran, India, Russia, and a couple other countries here. In this summit, Vladimir Putin and the leader of India, Modi is the guy's name, they decided that they were going to go into a exclusive oil agreement in which Russia is promising to purchase, I believe it was $16 billion, worth of Indian-produced petroleum. And basically that is going to challenge any kind of market that the OPEC countries, which of course are the oil-producing country cartel, which comprises mostly of Middle Eastern countries, it challenges their dominance in the petroleum market in Asia. So as a result of this BRIC Summit deal between Vladimir Putin and India's head of state, Modi, this is what brought down the market, on top of the production. The fact that they're claiming that OPEC is claiming they want to cut production, and yet the numbers prove they're not goddamn doing it. So this is what's spooking the oil markets, to say the least. And let's go ahead and get to the oil markets. WTI crude down today 28 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.56%. Closing out WTI sweet crude at $50.07 per barrel of sweet crude. Per barrel of sweet crude. We've got Brent crude, which is the oil that's consumed mostly by Europe. It is down today 27 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.52%. Closing out Brent crude at $51.68 per barrel of Brent crude oil. Gasoline is up on the plus side. It's up 0.33%. Natural gas is down today. It is down 1%. And heating oil is also down 0.43% decrease on the day. Let's get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals. A lot of stagnation, if not pullbacks in the metals for the past couple of weeks. All right, and you can blame the run on the dollar on this, and of course the Federal Reserve. All right, because they don't know what the hell they're going to do. I personally believe that they're going to raise, and according to the federal minutes, the Fed minutes, the Federal Reserve minutes, I personally believe they're kicking the can down the road after the damn election, and I think that they are playing politics. I do believe that the Federal Reserve is playing politics with the interest rates. Just based on the Federal Reserve minutes alone that were released last Wednesday, you can tell that not only it's not if they're going to raise interest rates, it's not just when they're going to do it, but how much. I mean, you had one of the boards of the governors at the Federal Reserve level debating in these minutes on whether or not we should raise the Federal Reserve interest rates to like 10 or 12%. I mean, 10 or 12%. We're going to throw a wrench in the economy, man. You know the last time the Federal Reserve did something like this, all right, raise interest rates during a time of a depression or recession. You remember the last time they did this? The Great Goddamn Depression is when they did this. The Great Goddamn Depression.
Want a new phone? Need to add a new line? It's the perfect time to switch to Sprint with Sprint's BOGO offer for a limited time only. Buy a Samsung Galaxy S7 and get one free. Don't miss the Sprint Says Thanks event on Saturday, October 22nd. Visit a Sprint store, sprint.com, or 1-800-SPRINT1 today. Coverage and offer not available everywhere. Subject to $30 activation fee and 2 new lines with 24-month installment agreements and credit. Tax due at sale. First phone $27.09 a month. Second phone free after monthly credit. Early termination results in remaining balance due on both phones. Restrictions apply.
You see, folks, if you take a look back at the Great Depression, aside from the fact that there was a lack of job activity and there was a contraction in the economic employment market, so on and so forth, you have the Federal Reserve, for whatever reason, all right, and look, you can look back in the history books, this happened. The Federal Reserve raised interest rates, all right, which in turn, it threw a run on the banks, all right? I mean, as a matter of fact, It's a Wonderful Life, which is, that movie's coming around the corner since we're going to be celebrating Christmas and the holidays and so on and so forth. I strongly advise you to look at that movie. That's what it's all about. That's what that movie's all about, the Great Depression, the run on the banks, so on and so forth. Now, when the run on the banks happened, folks, the banks, what they do, they don't have your money at the bank. I know people think that, hey, I want to go get my money at the bank. Their bank does not have your money at the bank, all right? You know where your money is? It's lent out to all these schmucks out here who have car loans, who have home loans, who have personal loans. I'm serious. I mean, that's where it's at, all right? Now, what happened in the Great Depression was that when the run of the banks happened, because of the Federal Reserve raising interest rates on top of the employment contraction of that particular time, the banks, in response to the bank run, called back a lot of those loans, if not most of those loans. And you see, folks, you need to read the fine print in your bank loan. Your bank can call back your loan at any time, and if you don't have that money, then son, they're going to go in and take whatever you owe, whatever you have, whatever you're worth. And that's exactly what happened to a lot of people in the Great Depression. They lost everything. They lost everything because they had a bank loan that was probably the crux of the reason why they either had a business, why they had a home, why they had a car. I mean, similar to what happened in 2008, but a hell of a lot worse. So that's why I'm telling everybody, you need to realize that we're headed into some weird economic times, and if there's any time to be a capitalist, now is the time, all right? Now is the time. Anyway, we got the metals going on. Gold is up modestly. It's up 90 cents, a percentage increase of 0.07% on the day, closing out gold at $1,256.40 per troy ounce of gold. Silver is also up 4 cents, a percentage increase of 0.22%, closing out silver at $17.48 per troy ounce of silver. Copper, down modestly today, is down 0.31%, decrease for copper. And platinum, of course, it is remaining stagnant. Nobody likes platinum anymore. It is down 0.01% on the day for platinum. Let's go ahead and get to agriculture, shall we, folks? All right, now we've got some movement in agriculture, to say the least, folks. Now, I've been saying ever since the crop report 2 Fridays ago by the Department of Agriculture that we were going to have some increases in grains, folks, and we are seeing it, and we are continuing to see it, all right? Corn, unfortunately, decreased slightly because of a big, huge run on corn. I don't know what the hell that's about. But it is down slightly today, 0.07% decrease on the day. Wheat is up, 0.65% increase on the day. We got oats. Oats is up, 0.63% increase on the day. What did I tell you? I told you. I mean, if you're holding an ETF in conjunction with grains right now, you're probably making some decent money. You're probably making a decent return on investment, to say the goddamn least. And I called this, baby. The prognosticator of prognosticators strikes again, baby. And not to mention, what did I say? Rough rice, huh? What did I tell you about rough rice? It is up today, 2.41% increase on the day. I mean, good God, I told you, baby. I told you so. I told you, man. Anyway, let's continue. We got soybean. It's continuing its rise. I'm telling you, a lot of this has to do with, I believe, a shortage. You know, once again, the grains are, you know, it's not very good for grains this season, to say the least. A lot of different factors, but not too good. Soybean is up 1.64% increase on the day. Soybean oil. I mean, good God! I wish I would have had a piece of soybean oil to some extent. Soybean oil is up 3.08% increase on the day. I mean, good God! This is going to be reflected in the grocery stores, folks, here in the next few weeks, if not couple of weeks. So be prepared for this. This is why I continue to go over the commodity sector, even if you're not invested. If you listen to this portion of the show and you start hearing, oh man, grains are going up, this is going up, and when you go to the grocery store and you start realizing that you're paying more for certain things, you understand why. Anyway, we've got cocoa. All right, let's get to the softs. Cocoa, which is the base for chocolate, it is down today, excuse me, let me take that back. It is down 1%. It is down 1.03% decrease on the day for cocoa. Coffee. It is up today 1.09%. So that $10 Starbucks coffee is probably going to it's going to cost you, what is it, $13 at Starbucks before you know it. How about sugar? Sugar is up after seeing pullbacks in the past couple of sessions because it was coming off those 4 to 6 year highs on the March 2017 contract. It is up today 1.09%. And, of course, OJ is up modestly 0.13%. But as I stated, the play on OJ is going to be after the November 2016 contract, all right? All right, right now, what's being traded on the CME exchange for orange juice is the November 2016 contract. After the November 16 contract is fulfilled and we put the new contracts up on the CME, those are the contracts that are going to be highly profitable. They're going to be highly profitable. That is a play to make, folks. Mark my word. We are at 36-year lows in production of orange juice. It's going to affect the market. There's going to be a lot of scarcity. I've read the reports. All right, now, once again, right now, the orange juice contracts that are being traded at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange are for November 2016. Once November 2016 is over, and they put out the new contracts to trade on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, those contracts are going to be worth some serious money. And you're going to see the increase happen. Mark my words, baby, mark my words. Anyway, we got cotton up, 88 cents increase. Excuse me, 88 cents, 0.88%, excuse me, Jesus Christ. Cotton is up 0.88% increase on the day. Lumber continues to fall, for Christ's sake. Lumber is down 2.60% on the day. Rubber is down 0.16, and ethanol is unchanged as of today. Now let's get to livestock. I'm telling you, I don't know what these investors are thinking in livestock, but as we saw, lean hogs was up, 3 or 4% on Friday. And then we saw cattle, live cattle, and cattle feeder down about 1.5%, 2%. Well, the complete opposite happened today. All right, live cattle is up 1.59% increase on the day. All right, cattle feeder, which I was expecting a little bit more of an increase on Friday and Thursday, given the fact that components of cattle feeder are comprised of many of the commodities that are in the grain sector of the commodity section, but hey, I guess better late than never. It is up 1.36% on the day, and lean hogs, after that dramatic increase on Friday, finally starting to see some profit taking by some of these investors. It is down 1.48% decrease on the day, and that, my friends, is the markets for your ass, all right? Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. We're going to get to, talking about the serious subject matters here in just 1 second. What I'm going to do first is go ahead and get some Twitter shout-outs going on live right here on the broadcast. And all you've got to do to get a Twitter shout-out is go to my Twitter account, and the Twitter account to go to is Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost, and retweet the tweet that states True Capitalist Radio Live. Retweet the tweet that states True Capitalist Radio Live, and I will give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast, right here and now. Do we got any Twitter shout-outs by any chance, engineer? All right, well, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs right now. All right, who do we got here? We got Jiggly Ribs in the house. We got the Green Leader in the place. What's going on? Fidget My Midget. What's going on to Dots Kit? How you doing, man? We got Czech Capitalist, the Smiler in the house. Argonian Capitalist in the place. Jonathan in the house. What's going on? Who else do we got here? Once again, retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. I'll give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast. We got Capitalistic Beer. We got Distilling Capitalist in the house. What's up, Cam the Man in the house? We got Venison in the place. What's going on? Cut BTR's internet. Just shove it up your ass, all right? Cut BTR's internet. Shove it up your ass. It's not even funny, man, especially after what happened to WikiLeaks. You son of a bitch. We got Raiden Snake, the Neon Knight. How you doing? AL the Game Freak. How you doing, man? Anna the Wizard in the house. What's going on? Assange first, Ghost next. You son of a... Damn it! Look, don't even start, man! Don't even start with that crap. That's not funny, man. They silenced Julian Assange, for Christ's sake, man. They silenced Assange. I mean, for Christ's sake, I thought he was dead. I actually thought he was dead yesterday, man. That's not freaking funny. That's not funny, man. I thought he was dead. Jesus, give me the mic. Give me the Jesus Christ. Look, that's not funny, ass cracks, all right? I mean, I thought Julian Assange was dead yesterday, for Christ's sake, man. I was freaking out. But no, everything's a big joke to you little internet troll, fat jelly-ass, red-headed, four-eyed, freckle-faced, beaten stepchildren, pecker shaft, fetish-having, freaking rusty trombone-playing, anal object aficionado-looking, sweaty sock-sucking, pansexual Peter Puffin, whacking off to tribal nudity pieces of chicken-eating cornboy crap. So shut up. Don't kid around about that. We got the Iron Homie in the house. What's going on? Jewing the engineer. What the hell does that mean, Jewing the engineer? What kind of anti-Semitic crap is that? Me and the engineer, we got an arrangement going on, all right? All right? Don't involve yourself in business that doesn't concern you, you milky lickers, all right? We got Sir Mouth Breather in the house. What's going on to Blood Fart? You know, Blood Fart's in the house. What's going on to Dr. Bristle? Who else we got? Ecuador Cuctason. Shut up, all right? Just shut up. Man, what a bunch of jerk dicks, man. Anyway, we got Skellington in the house. State Party for Go. Shut up, you son of a bitch. Shut up. Stop making fun of the Assange situation. This is serious, man. This totalitarian, international, bureaucratic, institutional, bureaucratic consortium is trying to shut us down. They're trying to shut us down, and we can't let them. We got to hit back. We got to hit them hard. We got to go bare knuckle with the mainstream media. We got to go bare knuckle with the UN, the NATO, the freaking EU, all these international bureaucrats. All of them. All of them. Jesus Christ. We got Sergeant Yoda in the place. What's going on? We got the Brony Network. What's going on the Brony Network? We got Evolved Ghost. Yeah, okay. We got Metroid Junkie in the house. What's going on to Trump and Capitalist? Norwegian Capitalist in the place. Oh, my God. I can't believe you people make fun of this crap. I'm telling you, trolls are heartless sons of bitches, man. You trolls are heartless sons of bitches. But what do I expect? What do I expect from... Anyway, who else we got here? We've got, I'm not saying that disgusting name. Shove it up your ass. True Engineer Radio. Shut up. Shut up. A more rested ghost. What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean, a more rested ghost? What the hell are you talking about, for Christ's sake? Jeez, God hates the Longhorn. Shut up with that crap, man. Seriously, shut up. Man, I'm telling you, you guys are assholes, man. Seriously, I'm sitting over here. I gave you links to the freaking goddamn mic out of my goddamn face, man. I mean, we're putting our lives on the line out here. You want to preach to the troll terrorists and cyber vermin scumbags? I mean, don't you understand it? This is an important time in American history. I know you can't get that through your stupid, simplistic, imbecilic, Pop-Tart eating heads. I know it's hard, but don't you understand? This is an important time, if not the most important time in American history. God damn it. God damn it. Give me the goddamn... Man, this is an important time in American history, you son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. You know what? I need a drink, for Christ's sake. Give me my drink. More beer, for Christ's sake, man. Man, you sons of bitches, you people are driving me to drink. You understand that? It's your fault. You people are driving me to drink. Jesus Christ, man. I'm freaking... I'm telling you, you people keep this up with me on the internet, so I'm getting the hell out of here, all right? I'm serious. If you people keep this up, you keep agitating my show, you keep thinking that this is a big effing joke, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out. Jesus Christ. What's going on to Chris Vide? How you doing, man? Who else do we have here, for Christ's sake? I mean, look, I'm only going to take a couple more of these Twitter shout-outs, folks, because, I mean, this is the internet. You're listening to it, man. You're listening to it. I mean, this is what you get for trying to be a little interactive with folk, all right? This is what you get. This is what you get for trying to be a little bit interactive with folk. What's going on to Dorito Burrito? What's going on to OG Toru? How you doing, man? We got Young Ghost in the house. We got the Cyber Police in the place. What's going on to the Cyber Police? Who else do we got here? We got the Horror Master. Oh, yes, I am the Horror Master. Oh, yes. We got Deplorable Choco. We've got Scientologist Ghost. Shut up. I'm not down with no Scientology, you weird freaking L. Ron Hubbard. Never mind. Just shut up, all right? Who else do we got? Ghost Waffle. What the hell does that mean? What the hell is up with this waffle crap? What is it? Some kind of like sick-ass underground gay bondage innuendo? What the hell is that crap? Hey, what's going on to Thinking Alpha? Look at it. Thinking Alpha's in the house, for Christ's sake, man. When you're getting retweeted by Thinking Alpha, I think you've made it. You know, I'm serious. I think that you've made it, for Christ's sake. I mean, let me tell you something. As a matter of fact, that made my whole day right there. That made made my whole day right there. You know what? I'm not going to even continue with Twitter shout-outs. I'm not letting you idiots ruin what I just did. I mean, Thinking Alpha just retweeted me for Twitter shout-outs, for Christ's sake, man. Hey, what's going on to the Founders Guy-in? I mean, we got a lot of credible investors in the investment community that are listening in, folks, and the reason is because, I mean, they know that yours truly is just not talking out his ass. All right, this is not just some imbecilic, two-bit talk by some imbecile that thinks he's a hedge fund manager or something of that nature, right? And not to mention, literally with these stock picks, I'm giving away free money. I mean, the stock picks that I give out, I'm giving out free money, for Christ's sake. And you see, the least anybody can do is give me a little bit of appreciation, all right? The least you could do. The least you could do, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, man. I can't, look, I'm not doing any more Twitter shout-outs, all right? I am not doing any more Twitter shout-outs. I just got shouted out. I just got retweeted by Thinking Alpha, baby. That's one of the most incredible investment freaking news organizations out there, baby. I'm talking about true investing, for Christ's sake, man. Wait a minute. Hold on. We are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. Hold on just a second. I'm watching. Boat, you son of a bitch, did you really burn my freaking autograph? Did you buy my autograph to burn it? Did you? You son of a... You! What the hell's your problem, Boat? Look, I just retweeted the video. This asshole just bought my autograph so he can burn it.
Want a new phone? Need to add a new line? It's the perfect time to switch to Sprint with Sprint's BOGO offer for a limited time only. Buy a Samsung Galaxy S7 and get one free. Don't miss the Sprint Says Thanks event on Saturday, October 22nd. Visit a Sprint store, sprint.com, or 1-800-SPRINT1 today. Coverage and offer not available everywhere. Subject to $30 activation fee and 2 new lines with 24-month installment agreements and credit. Tax due at sale. First phone $27.09 a month. Second phone free after monthly credit. Early termination results in remaining balance due on both phones. Restrictions apply.
What the hell, man? Oh, my God. Why? 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 What an asshole. God damn it, both you asshole. Oh, my God. Give me the mic. Give me the freaking mic, for Christ's sake, man. Are you kidding me? You actually paid $20 so you could burn my autograph? You son of a bitch. What the hell? How are you supposed to react to that? I mean, you know what, Boat? F you, man. All right, seriously, F you. Son of a... I get no respect. I get no respect on these internets, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, I provide underground links to downloads. You understand that? I mean, I'm out here giving free money with stock picks, for Christ's sake. I'm providing prognostication after prognostication. And this is the kind of crap that I get? Assholes buying my autograph so they can burn it? I mean, what am I, Colin Kaepernick? What am I, Colin Kaepernick, for Christ's sake? I'm not taking a goddamn freaking... Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Oh, my God. And it looks like he burned more than one. Did you buy more than one autograph? Both! You sick son of a bitch! Both! You sick, twisted bastard! Good! Damn it! Damn it! God damn it, man! Oh, my God! I cannot believe this, man. Look, I can't believe this crap, man. I'm not joking around. How dare you people besmirch me? I'm actually thinking about just ending the goddamn show right now after watching that. I'm thinking about ending the goddamn show right goddamn now because you people have no respect for me, man. I mean, good God. How dare you people, man? I mean, did you understand I have given you over 1,350 hours of my life? Over 1,350 hours of my life. And I mean, this is what you do? I mean, this is what you goddamn do. Good God, man. I'm just so sick. You people make me sick. Give me the mic. I can't believe you people, man. I can't believe you people. Look, I know I said I was going to take down the autographs on Saturday, but folks, I'm getting emails and freaking tweets saying, "Oh, please, I get paid. I need a little bit more time." So look, only a couple of more days, all right? Here, go right here. Here, I'm going to tweet it out. Autographs are still available, but don't burn mine, man. Don't burn it. Don't burn. Look, they're burning my autograph. Look at them. Look. God. Damn it, man. Stop burning my autograph, man. I'm not Colin Kaepernick. I'm not Colin Kaepernick. Jesus Christ, man. I'm a capitalist. And I deserve the respect accorded that damn title. I cannot believe you sons of bitches, man. I can't believe you people burning my autograph. Why? Why? Give me the mic. Give me the freaking mic, for Christ's sake, man. Why are you people burning my autograph? Why are you doing this? I'm not Colin Kaepernick, man. I'm not Colin Kaepernick. Oh, my God, man. What a bunch of garbage. Screw all you people that are burning my autograph, all right? Seriously, all you people, go shove it up your ass, all right? You want to burn it? Fine. Shove it up your ass. I don't care. I guarantee you, you burnt at least $100 in the next 6 months. I guarantee you that autograph is going to be worth at least $100. And you just burnt it because you're a goddamn stupid, dumb little troll terrorist, attention whore butt monkey. Oh, yeah. I hope that it's worth it there, boy. Jesus Christ, man. Look, I really do want to end the show. I want to be completely honest with you, folks. But I'm going to continue going because there's just too much important garbage to talk about here than to worry about the riffraff of the internet attempting to try to, piss me off to end the show. I would not be surprised if a lot of these trolls, folks, and we've seen it out in the WikiLeaks data dumps, that I would not be surprised if these trolls are being paid by Hillary Clinton or the DNC right now. I would not be surprised. So I got to keep that in consideration, folks. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to calm down here. All right. As a matter of fact, let me take a swig of my beer. I'm going to calm down here. I want to say, first of all, cheers to everybody who is a capitalist. Cheers to the capitalist army. Cheers to the Trump train, and of course, cheers to the man that is going to make America great again, the man that sparked the capitalist revolution himself, and I'm talking about none other than Donald Trump. As a matter of fact, have you heard? His son-in-law is talking to some bankers about potentially opening up a Trump television network media type of situation. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Woo! That's right. We're going to kick the crap out of the mainstream media. Death to the mainstream media. I can't wait till the mainstream media is dismantled and all these disgusting, despicable traitors that are talking heads for these media organizations are brought to justice for the payola they've received from the DNC, from the propaganda that they have spewed out directed by the DNC. This is treason as far as I'm concerned. All right? This has nothing to do with freedom of the press. They are deliberate, slanderous liars, and they are deceivers, and that's why nobody, and I repeat, nobody should be listening to the mainstream media at this point in time. Nobody. I mean, in this day and age of the internet, in this day and age in which one can go and literally get any information they want at their fingertips, there should be no reason why you should be so intellectually lazy to listen to some idiot talking head that's doing nothing but reading a teleprompter for you to listen to and regurgitate talking points. As a matter of fact, somebody's retweeting me now some of the paid shills of the Democratic Party right here. Here's some of their profiles. Thank you very much to Czech Capitalist on this one. That's what I keep telling you, man. That's what I keep telling you. This is not a joke. All right? All right? I am not joking. These people are disgusting, despicable scoundrels. I'm talking the mainstream media. I'm talking the DNC. I don't know how much more proof they need. I don't know how much proof the average, everyday American schmuck needs to realize that if they're going to vote for Hillary Rodham Clinton, by God, they're voting for a criminal organization, for Christ's sake, man. I'm serious. You're going to be voting for a criminal organization, for heaven's sake. And let me tell you something. I don't know if y'all heard the latest poll here, all right? This was an article out of Politico, which, you could take with a grain of salt, but, I like to encompass a lot of different news organizations to get the different slants on how people are going to interpret certain facts. All right, but this is one where Politico actually went out and actually tell the truth. 41% of Americans say that the election could be stolen from Trump. And folks, of course it can. I mean, lest we forget that it has come out here recently that one of the executives of the Open Society, or somebody who is related in some kind of financial capacity to the Open Society, which is ran by George Soros, is one of the bigwig executives at the Voting Machine Corporation, Diebold, I believe. Did y'all hear that? Oh, yeah, well, of course you didn't. Of course you didn't. I mean, you want to know why? Because George Soros is involved, and the mainstream media isn't going to cover it. I mean, for you folks that don't know who George Soros is, you people need to do some research. This man is the Prince of freaking darkness, all right? I don't know how much more he has to do to the world before people start realizing that they need to arrest this man, his son Alex Soros, and the rest of the Soros family and put them in prison for life, all right? If not worse. Seriously, man, he is the Prince of freaking darkness. I'm serious, man. I mean, this is how he is. Hey,
yes, I am George Soros, and I will tell you that Donald Trump, he will win the popular vote, but he will not win the electoral vote because it's mine. America is mine. The black people are mine. The world is mine. Your mother's coochie is mine. Your filthy children are all mine. All of it. It's all mine. And the only reason that you're even in existence is because I let you. I let you live. I let you have your children. I let you go and do what you have to do. Because it's mine. The world is mine. And I am George Soros. And I am the Prince of Darkness. And I will show each and every one of you true power.
I mean, this is George Soros. I'm not joking around. I mean, that's what he thinks. That's in his head. He thinks he's some kind of messianic figure that is, got some kind of, spiritual powers with it. I'm not joking. He said this on record. He said this on record, for heaven's sake. But anyway, folks, I mean, of course we're going to see some goddamn voter fraud. Did anybody see James O'Keefe and his Project Veritas in its latest video? And it's a part one of a whole series of videos in which Project Veritas, with its undercover investigations, have basically unearthed the whole plan of election fraud from the Democrats' perspective. And if you have not seen that, I tweeted that earlier, folks. If not, Google up Project Veritas, Google up James O'Keefe. Let me tell you something. James O'Keefe is a true patriot, a very adamant, patient, never gives up type of a young man, individual. We need more individuals like James O'Keefe. This is a man that is literally taking on the system through journalism, unconventional journalism, journalism that exposes the truth. And in its first video of Project Veritas, they show basically in video operatives of the DNC, operatives of super PACs, operatives of certain political action groups that collude together in an attempt to make Trump supporters look like violent criminals. And folks, there's a lot of people in this video bragging about the Trump rally Chi riots. Do you remember that? When Trump had to cancel his Chicago rally because there was all kinds of ruckus in Chicago. James O'Keefe, in this latest video, shows and proves without any shadow of a doubt that the DNC not only coordinated that whole riot, but funded it. But funded it also. So they funded these supposed protesters to agitate Trump supporters so that they could blame, the mainstream media can blame Trump and their supporters for being violent, for being racist. This is a colluded attempt at trying to make Donald Trump and his supporters look violent. Not only is it coordinated with Democratic operatives and super PACs and political action groups, but with the media itself. And that's why I'm saying I think a lot of Americans are starting to realize that we're not going to sit back and allow this to happen. All right? We're not going to just allow you morons to come in here and think. All right? Just to think that you can go and do something that is unscrupulous, unprecedented, unconstitutional to the American people. And I am optimistic that the American people are starting to wake up. They're starting to realize that what is running our government, and I'm not just talking about the Democrats, I'm talking about the political establishment, which encompasses the majority of the Republicans that are in power today. The political establishment is a corrupt criminal enterprise that has no loyalty to America. I don't know how much more proof that needs to come out in the WikiLeaks data dumps, in the Guccifer 2.0 data dumps, all right, in the investigative journalists uncovering certain scandals. I don't know what it's got to take for you people to understand that all these scumbags that are in Washington today should all be arrested as far as I'm concerned, because they have all colluded in literally selling out and fleecing the American tax system, the American sovereignty, and the American way of life. Each and every one of these scumbags. That's why you don't hear me ingratiating any one of these damn politicians. All right? Everybody thinks Trey Gowdy is such a great son of a bitch. Trey Gowdy is an incompetent loser. had Trey Gowdy ran the Benghazi hearings appropriately and made instead of making the whole case around emails, he should have made the case around Benghazi and in conjunction with the gun running that has been uncovered in the DNC email links, and continuously harped on the connection with that, and maybe even correlated the Clinton Foundation and the State Department into a continuous investigation that could have either ran in his committee or in another committee, but he didn't do it. Trey Gowdy is a self-ingratiating, pompous asshole who, in my opinion, is a political hack. Same with Jason Chaffetz, all right? I mean, all this crap that the Republicans are doing, in my personal opinion, is nothing but a bunch of grandstanding. It's nothing but a bunch of political theater. I mean, the Republicans have the authority to do something, but they have done nothing. They haven't repealed Obamacare. They haven't even censored. Look, censorship, being censured is like a reprimand. And they haven't even done that to Obama, for heaven's sake. So each and every one of these political Republican, Paul Ryan, Mitch McConnell, I mean, you name them, man. They're all a bunch of sellouts. They're anti-American sellout bastards, all of them, man. They're all for open borders. They're all for the imbalanced trade deals that have crippled our economy, that have sent the means of production outside the United States into other countries, all right? These are the same people that have negotiated these ridiculous imbalanced trade deals. These are the same people that are trying to push the TPIP or the TPP or what is now known as TISA. I don't know if you're familiar with this. This is the new revised version of the TPP. It is TISA, which the documents have been leaked about that particular agreement on WikiLeaks.org. If you want to, read into that particular international trade agreement that each and every one of these scumbags in Washington, including Obama, is wanting us to sign us under. I mean, that's enough. I'm telling you, these political scumbags that are in Washington today should all be arrested. All right? And let me tell you, these morons are trying to push us into a war with Russia so that these totalitarians that are in Washington, D.C. today can basically retain power indefinitely. They become the supreme authority under wartime. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, folks, we need to be very aware about our government. Our government is not our friend. They could care less about our country. If they did, they wouldn't be putting us in the precarious situation they're in. They wouldn't be trying to federalize the elections. They wouldn't be trying to bring in wild Yehudis from battle-hardened areas of the Middle East and bringing in mostly Muslim men who are probably radicalized from, chopping off heads and, killing babies and all that other stuff in the damn theater of combat in the Middle East. All right, you've got, the federal government demonizing patriots, demonizing veterans, demonizing gun owners, and when all we are is law-abiding citizens out here. I mean, I don't know how much more evidence you need that this is a systematic takeover of this government, man. Even Jill Stein, who is the Green Party candidate, who a lot of the feel the burners, the Bernie supporters, are basically turning their vote over to. Even Jill Stein isn't stupid. Even her and her, pompous quest to out-liberal Elizabeth Warren so that she can challenge her for her Senate seat in the next couple of years. Even Jill Stein says that a vote for Hillary Clinton is a vote for World War III and that she will destroy this country. Even Jill Stein knows this. And I like the fact that Jill Stein realizes that she may not have a chance in hell to win the presidential nomination, but because she has, all right, because she has, I guess, a little level of integrity, unlike Bernie Sanders, she's out here and actually stating the actual truth. So give me a freaking break, all right? I mean, give me a freaking break, man, all right? Anyway, folks, let me continue on, folks, all right, because I want to get through these subject matters. The FBI today, believe it or not, released the Hillary Clinton probe documents. And, man, let me tell you something, man. I didn't like what I read in these FBI documents that were released today on Hillary Clinton. Did you all hear about the quid pro quo deals that were made between the the Undersecretary of State or the State Department in relation to what was going to be released as it relates to the emails and so on and so forth? I mean, it's just pathetic, man. I mean, isn't that what Comey said didn't happen during the testimony in front of the freaking Senate, the Judiciary Committee, headed by Chafis? Remember that? Isn't that what James Comey said didn't happen? Well, there was no quid pro quo. I mean, there's no case here. There is no case. I don't see that there was any intent. They were careless. They were just extremely careless. Are you kidding me? I mean, what documents was he reading, for Christ's sake? Did y'all read this, for Christ's sake? Quid pro quo deals at the State Department, all right? Quid pro quo deals at the State Department for, these emails, for Christ's sake. I mean, Jesus Christ, man.
How much more corruption do you people need to see? How much more criminality do you people need to see? These people are criminals. This is a criminal organization, for heaven's sake.
A criminal organization that extends into all aspects of our government. This is a criminal organization. And on top of which, folks, Hillary Clinton makes several references to what she calls the secret government. Have y'all read this in the documents, the FBI documents? She's referring to the secret government. Have you heard this? Oh, there's a secret government now, isn't there? Huh? Oh. There's a secret government now, isn't there? Huh? Oh, now it all comes clear now. It all comes clear. I'm telling you, folks, I don't know what it's going to take for you people to get up off your fat asses. Excuse my French. If you're taking offense to me, you shouldn't be taking offense to me. You should be taking offense to this government that is literally selling you out, selling your children out, selling your great-great-great-great-grandchildren out, for Christ's sake. I mean, $20 trillion in debt America is in. $20 trillion in debt. And what do we have to show for it besides the carnage that American foreign policy has done to the international community? I'm serious. I'm not kidding around, folks. I mean, this is serious business. It's time to get off the fucking side. Excuse my French. It's time to get off the sidelines and get on the front lines, because the goddamn front lines are right outside your door. How much more evidence do you need? Our government is being ran by criminals. Our government is being ran by criminals. Our government is being ran by criminals, for fuck's sake. God damn it, wake up. Wake the hell up. Wake up. It says it in the documents. It says it in the new FBI released documents on Hillary Clinton. There's a shadow government. There's a secret government, for Christ's sake. Oh, my God, man. I mean, give me the mic. Give me the mic. Hey, assholes. If you stay silent, and if you don't say anything, if you don't do anything, by God, don't you understand? Silence is consent. Silence is consent. So if you're going to continue to watch your stupid football, your anti-American football, if you're going to continue to wax your character cartoons, if you're going to continue to go to the goddamn anti-American Hollywood movies, well then, by God, you're going to be the first ones in the goddamn bread lines begging for Big Brother government to give you a goddamn loaf of bread, boy. Hey, let me tell you something. Me and other capitalists, I'll be goddamned if I ever go into a damn bread line. Do you understand that? I'm a capitalist. I'm a capitalist. I'm telling you this right now, folks. I don't know what it's going to take for you people. I don't know what it's going to take for you people to start realizing that you've got to do something. Our government is a criminal organization. Our government is a criminal enterprise. Good God. Jesus Christ. I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know what it's going to take, folks. All right? I mean, you've got WikiLeaks over here, Julian Assange being silenced, all the emails that are being unearthed. The freaking evidence is right in your face. The evidence is right in your face. What are we doing? Look, I'm calling, and I've done this before, and I'll do it again. I'm calling on some general to assume command, all right, and to take forces and arrest each and every one of the civilian government that has partaken in the treasonous fleecing and selling out of American sovereignty. Because, by God, I will be goddamned if these sons of bitch bureaucratic jerk dicks that are in power today take us into World War III, which is exactly what is happening right before your very eyes, folks. All right? You have this administration, the Obama administration, attempting to facilitate a nuclear confrontation with Russia in order to sustain totalitarian power, I don't know how much more I have to say this for you to start taking this goddamn crap seriously, for Christ's sake. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Good God. I mean, don't you understand? I mean, look, first and foremost, let me get to the next subject matter. I want to talk about WikiLeaks, Julian Assange, and what the incident that happened yesterday. Now, I tweeted out some links that were of basically a huge data dump that basically validates the authenticity of the data that has been produced. It validates these documents were never augmented, nor were they supplied by the goddamn Russians. All right? Now, at first, when I saw these hashtag codes being tweeted out by WikiLeaks, I personally thought that they got Julian Assange. A lot of people in the Internet Underground started assuming that, he met with Pamela Anderson. He met with Pamela Anderson, and Pamela Anderson gave him, some kind of a vegan sandwich, something of that nature. And before you know it, right after, wasn't that a couple hours after he met with Pamela Anderson, he started tweeting out these codes. And people were a little concerned. Yours truly was a little concerned, to say the least, because, I'm telling you, I mean, I thought he was dead. You know what I'm saying? I legitimately thought that Julian Assange was dead. They may have poisoned him. They may have done something to him. I mean, those codes were a very serious implication that something was wrong. And, I was a little concerned, to say the least. A little concerned, to say the least. But fortunately enough, he has not been suicided. He is not dead. He is alive. And I'm glad to see that he is alive. And I also want to underscore the fact that they have cut off his internet. A state party has basically, broken the communication of internet from Julian Assange. And as of this point, I do not think that the Twitter account is going to be too active for WikiLeaks. So if anybody wants new data dumps, you're probably going to have to frequent the website of WikiLeaks itself, and it is wikileaks.org. Wikileaks.org. And for you folks that are unaware, the Podesta 10th series of emails were released earlier today on the WikiLeaks website. In those emails, it just underscores the fact that the mainstream media is donating all kinds of money to the Clinton campaign, and the Clinton campaign is in conjunction with the mainstream media, complete collusion. It shows, everything that I prognosticated throughout the months. I mean, folks, we've come a long way, to say the least, huh? I mean, seriously, folks, I came back here in March, and boy, how far we've come. Look at where we're at. We're, 20-something days away from the election, and look at all this that has transpired from March until now. I'm telling you, folks, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not joking. I mean, I don't know what else we need for everyone to understand that if you don't vote for Donald Trump, then you are nothing more than an anti-American piece of trash. All right? I'm not joking. I mean, if you are not voting for if you're not voting for Donald Trump, then you are Hillary Rotten Clinton's bitch. All right? Because literally, Hillary Rotten Clinton has, she's gotten away with FBI probes, with congressional committee probes, with all kinds of probes. All right? She's the queen of probes, to say the least. All right? She has no problem with being probed, to say the goddamn least. I mean, the queen of probes is Hillary Rotten Clinton. But by God, I mean, how much more corruption there has to be in your face for you to realize that there is no way in hell that you can, vote for this disgusting, despicable individual. And let me tell you, I am personally glad WikiLeaks is, the founder of WikiLeaks, Julian Assange, is not dead. When I could not confirm his death, it gave me a little bit sign of relief. Got a hold of the links in question, which are not currently being downloaded. This was almost, 700, 800 gigabytes of information in conjunction with those hashtag codes that were tweeted out on WikiLeaks. And I'm telling you, folks, it only validates that the documentation was not augmented, that it's valid, and it wasn't obtained by the Russians to any capacity. I mean, this is basically what this was all about. These are valid freaking documents. Because remember, the lamestream media is now trying to push the narrative that the WikiLeaks documents possibly aren't even factual. They could be fabricated, that they may not even be real. And you see, this just kind of puts the idea that, hey, look, there's no way in hell that these documents are augmented, they're fake, or supplied by the damn Russians. All right? Jesus Christ, man. I'm not joking around. I don't know what it's going to take. As a matter of fact, I want to hear from people right now. I want to hear from you right now. Give me a call right now. All right, 425-390-6146. What the hell do you think about all this crap? Are you still voting for Hillary? Huh? Are you with her? Is that it? Oh, I'm with her. Yeah, I'm with her. I'm serious. I'd like to talk to some Hillary Clinton supporters right now. If you're a goddamn Hillary Clinton supporter, give me a call, 425-390-6146. All right? Give me a goddamn call. I want to hear it. I want to hear from you. You think you're a goddamn Clinton supporter? I mean, I want you to get on the show right now and provide some goddamn substance on why in the hell these lunatics out here in zombie land are supposed to be voting for Hillary Rotten Clinton. I mean, just seriously. Because I got to know. I got to hear the rationale behind the individuals that are attempting to think that Hillary Clinton is somehow a great vote. All right? I got to hear the rationale. Please, if you're listening, if you're a Hillary Rotten Clinton supporter, please give me a call, 425-390-6146. I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
Want a new phone? Need to add a new line? It's the perfect time to switch to Sprint with Sprint's BOGO offer for a limited time only. Buy a Samsung Galaxy S7 and get one free. Don't miss the Sprint Says Thanks event on Saturday, October 22nd. Visit a Sprint store, sprint.com, or 1-800-SPRINT1 today. Coverage and offer not available everywhere. Subject to $30 activation fee and 2 new lines with 24-month installment agreements and credit. Tax due at sale. First phone $27.09 a month. Second phone free after monthly credit. Early termination results in remaining balance due on both phones. Restrictions apply.
Anyway, who we got here? Let's go ahead and take some calls, all right? I think we got Trump and capitalist in the house. I think he's been scouring through the Podesta emails and a bunch of other things that have been posted as of late. What's going on to Trump and capitalist?
Good evening, everybody. This is the Trump and Capitalist coming to you live. How are you doing tonight?
And not too bad, man. What's going on with you? What have you found in your investigative work there, sir?
Well, I'm going to find out, post what I found in the Podesta emails on a blog post, hopefully coming soon within the next 2 or 3 days. But I want to talk about the Assange situation and what I think about it. Now, I've heard reports that Kerry threatened Ecuador, like the Ecuadorian embassy or Ecuador, the country itself, if they did not extradite Assange. Is that correct?
No, absolutely. According to Roger Stone, which is an associate of mine, the Ecuadorian president was threatened with certain diplomatic sanctions, economic sanctions, and potential other tools of state-run coercion if he did not silence Assange, is what the word is. Silence Assange. So doesn't necessarily mean they had to take him outside to get him extradited. Doesn't necessarily mean they had to let people in to Interpol or anybody to get him, but they needed him silenced, and it seems as if they did so, and they did so yesterday. So they took away his internet. I hope all is well for him, to be completely honest with you, because this does not look good for Julian Assange, because we don't know what the hell is going on with him. I'd like to at least see some proof of life and see if he's okay. I mean, there's a bunch of questions going on here, and they remain to be answered. So, but yeah, that's exactly right. It was John Kerry who pressured the Ecuador president to silence Assange.
Well, that's some new information I did not know. I didn't know they threatened the president either, but that's pretty big information. Thank you for the information. But here's my theory. I believe that Clinton may have a part in this, because the emails are all about her and her campaign chair, Podesta. Here's my theory. I believe that John Kerry was used. I actually posted this on Gab. If you don't know what Gab is, it is a alternative rights site. And I said this to somebody, Jamie Joe 23, as she was asking about, what authority did Hillary Clinton have to cut off the internet to, which we don't know exactly, but she was like, what authority does Hillary Clinton have to cut off the internet to Assange? And I said this. Clinton likely used the state party to cut the internet. She could have also offered to pay Ecuador or the Ecuadorian president to release Assange to the United States or somewhere else or wherever for that matter. But it looked like Ecuador refused, in which Kerry was used to threaten the president when they turned down the offer. Now, this is just a complete theory, but it looks plausible considering the fact, the extent of the foundation and, the extent of the foundation of the government. It's all possible, but, I have to go into investigative work and see if there's any connections, because it could be true that, the Clinton Foundation may have paid may have offered to pay Ecuador a huge amount of money to have Assange extradited.
I'm sure that's exactly what's happening here, and that's why, having his internet disconnected is very precarious for his own safety and his own freedom, and this is why somebody needs to go down there. Hopefully there's people camped out in front of the Ecuadorian embassy to make sure that he isn't, he isn't being, vanned or anything, you know what I mean, or anything of that nature. Anyway, man, I want to get to some more calls. You want to go ahead and give out your blog and so on and so forth?
Sure. My blog, if you don't know, is thegodofrage.wordpress.com, and my Twitter handle is thegodofrage, capital T, capital R. If you have any information relating to Podesta emails or any other information relating to any other sort that I could use on my blog, please go ahead and feel free to DM me or tweet at me. And also, Ghost, I'm actually receiving a report from somebody that somebody's actually on the horn right now and wants to be picked up. I think that's 614. So he's asking
okay, we'll go ahead and get to 614 since 614 is adamant about, talking about some issues. What's going on, 614?
Do you think Iran made a donation to the Clinton Foundation? Because when I look at all the other deals they've made after watching Clinton cash and such, something seems oddly familiar about the deal they made with Iran.
Well, I personally don't know, about the Iranian situation, but, all you got to do is take a look at the payment that we thought was only, $400 million at first is what they told us? Now we realize it's $1.7 billion for the Iranian hostages. And according to the hostages themselves, they were held in the plane, on the tarmac until the money came in. Until the plane full of money came in. So I think, you know what? I really do not know what the hell that was about. I'm going to be completely honest. If you take a look at my archive back in 2009, folks, I actually helped, through internet chat and internet forum posts, so on and so forth, organize some of the folks that were conducting the Iranian Revolution of 2009. And at that time, folks, you can look back at the archive, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. I was saying that America, the United Nations, somebody should, do something to clandestinely help these Iranian people that are rising up against the damn Ayatollah. But, of course, that fell on deaf ears. That was the true Arab Spring, was the 2009 Iranian Revolution that nobody even batted an eye about.
I was the only one screaming on this broadcast that somebody should help the Iranian Revolution. And I even said, back then in 2009, you can look back at that goddamn archive, it's time dated and stamped, I said it.
I said that now that we have not done anything to help the Iranian Revolution, and this was after the Iranian Revolution was violently quashed by Ahmadinejad and the Ayatollah, I said that one day, and this was in 2009, that we will be doing nuclear deals with Iran. You can look back in the archive, folks, all right, 2009, when I was talking about the Iranian Revolution, I said once the Iranian Revolution was quashed, I said that one day we're going to be doing nuclear deals with Iran. And take a look at what we've done. Take a look at Mr. Yes, We Can. Take a look at Barack Obama. On top of him giving Iran $150-some-odd billion to supposedly stop their nuclear uranium enrichment situation in Iran, we also paid them another $1.7 billion for these hostages. And what people don't understand is that, okay, so what? They're not making nuclear weapons anymore. They've got money that we gave them out of our tax-paying system, $150-something billion to go out and buy a nuclear weapon. They don't even need to build it anymore. They just need to go out and buy it. So thanks, Obama. All right? Thanks a lot. Jesus Christ, man. Good God. So, look, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some kind of linkage between an Iranian company and, something. I have no idea. I really do not have any idea why exactly you've got the administration that gave so much money, so much lackadaisical approach to the Iranian government. To be honest with you, folks, Obama and what he has done, he's created a new power within the Middle East, and that is Iran. And I said this even back then in 2009. I said it. Hey, God damn it! Look back in the archive if you don't believe me. Look back in that damn archive. I said we would rue the day. We would rue the day that we did nothing in the Iranian Revolution. I said we would rue the day, and by God, we are ruining it at this point in time. Thanks, Obama, you incompetent mulatto trash. Jesus Christ, I don't know what else. I don't even know what, Jesus Christ. I don't even know what else to say. I want to hear from you. I'm going to take a couple more callers here. Are you with her? I'd love to hear a goddamn Hillary Clinton supporter try to justify this crap. How about 610? You're on the horn.
Is that me, Ghost?
That's you.
I just wanted to know, did you see the John Voight video about him pleading for Americans to vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, I absolutely did. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of people trying to plea. You know what I'm saying? James Woods, you've got lots of people trying to plea out here. And let me tell you, you've got a hell of a lot more stars on the Hollywood side trying to spread slanderous lies about Donald Trump. Look at everybody in Hollywood. Look at the YouTube asshole, the guy that looks like he's swallowing his face, Casey Neistat, for heaven's sake. Trying to tell people on YouTube that have a lot of followers to tell their followers to pressure others, harass others that aren't voting for Hillary Rotten Clinton, all right? What the hell is that crap? And I'm telling you, I hope that people that are trolls, that are part of the meme, that are part of the meme wars, for Christ's sake, I hope that you troll the hell out of Casey Neistat, all right? I'm serious. What a disgusting, despicable, disingenuous, non-disclosing payola piece of crap. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, I want to say thanks to Mark Montag. He found one of the episodes in which I started talking about Iran back in 2009. Here it is. Here's one of the episodes in 2009 when I talk about Iran. Moreover, folks, here it is, 17 minutes in to that particular broadcast of episode number 102 of the, I believe it's True Conservative Radio. That's what I used to call myself back in the day. 17 minutes, I say, before you know it, we'll be doing nuclear deals with Iran. Thank you very much, Mark Montag, for bringing that up, because I'd like for everybody to realize that I have prognosticated a considerable amount of current events of today. You know what I mean? Countless, for Christ's sake. And I said that we'd be doing nuclear deals with Iran, all right, back in 2009. The prognosticator strikes again, baby. Anyway, let me take a drink of my beer on top of that, all right? Let me go ahead and take a drink of my beer. Jesus Christ, I've been sitting here, just trying to... I'm just trying to spark synapses in the brains of folks for you to understand that we're in some serious business, all right? And all this could have been stopped a long time ago if people were not on the boob tube watching talking heads, watching football, watching, the latest underwear of Kim Kardashian's, fake ass, and they were actually partaking in their political rights. And let me tell you something, folks. If you don't participate in a government made for the people and by the people, well, then who is going to control the government? Huh? Oh, while you're out there waxing your goddamn carrot, to freaking cartoons and being a man-child and doing ridiculous, trivial crap. I'm just simply stating, what... who's going to take control of a government that's made for the people and by the people if the people fall asleep at the wheel? Who is going to take control of the government? Who is in control of the government? God damn it. Think about it. Think about it. It just makes me sick. What am I doing here? Is there nothing but a bunch of goddamn trolls that are listening? Is there anybody that loves this country? Is there anybody out there? Is this goddamn thing on? And do people want to make America great again? Are all people a bunch of anti-American pieces of crap? What's going on here? What's going on here? God damn it. What the hell's going on here? What is it going to take for you people to do something? What is it going to take for you people to go out there and do something? The freaking election is 20-something days away. It's 20-something days away. Good God. What is it going to take for you milky-licking pieces of lazy, red-headed, four-eyed, freckle-faced, beaten, stepchild trash to do something? Go out and do something before it's too late. Go out and do something. Go out and do something before it's too late. Before this criminal enterprise takes
Are you listening? Do something! God damn it! I mean, what is it going to take for you people to do something? Do something! Do something! Just do it! Our country is in peril! We need your help! I mean, Jesus Christ, am I falling on deaf ears, for Christ's sake, man? God damn it, we need each and every one of your help! Or else a goddamn criminal enterprise is going to take control of our government, going to take control of our lives! They're going to take control of our lives, don't you understand it? Do something, God damn it, do something, all of you, do something!
listening to Ghost on True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
Oh, man. Yeah, hell, am I back? Jesus Christ. Look, I'm sorry, folks. I got a little off keister here. I freaking, the mic and the computer went offline there for a second, and I had to, you know, the engineer thought quick, put on the girl from Ipanema. Oh my God, man, I'm sorry. I mean, look, I'm upset, man. I'm upset because nobody's doing a goddamn thing, man. Nobody's doing a goddamn thing. Christ. Sorry I'm offline there for a second, folks. I'm just throwing crap around. Throwing crap around out here, man. I'm tired of it, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm tired of it, man. I really am tired of this crap. Anyway, folks, let me move on to the next subject matter, all right? As a matter of fact, let me drink some beer here. All right? I need more beer is what I need, for Christ's sake. I've been babysitting this beer because you idiots have been antagonizing me on the goddamn internet, which I really don't appreciate. Jesus Christ. What was I talking about, engineer? Oh, yeah, Julian Assange. Once again, folks, I believe he is alive, but he's under duress, to say the least, and he does have his internet cut. His internet access has been cut by a state party, which we are assuming is somebody of the Ecuadorian state ruling party, from what I understand. And, of course, they were pressured to do so by John Kerry and the Obama administration to silence Julian Assange. And it looks like they've done just that, folks. Anyway, we are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get started, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you haven't already done so, please follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores, folks. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow. Now, let me get through these last subject matters, and then we'll go ahead and get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, right? Now, did y'all hear Bernie Sanders? Did y'all hear about this? Bernie Sanders is being promised the chairman of the Senate Budget Committee if the Democrats win the Senate this coming election cycle. Can you believe this crap? More money for Bernie. You understand, if by some chance the Democrats do win the Senate, that Bernie Sanders is going to be in charge of the money. Did we not learn what happened this past election cycle about Bernie Sanders and money? The Democrats are actually going to give him the damn Senate, the chairman of the Senate Budget Committee. Are you insane? Are you insane? Oh, my God. How does that make you feel the Byrne folks feel, man? How does it make you feel the Byrne folks feel at this point in time, man? Good God. You thought, and look, I'm not, I know you feel the Byrne supporters. It hurts. I know you're feeling the Byrne. I'll tell you that right now. I know you're feeling the Byrne. But how does that make you even feel, man, that you thought this son of a bitch was the anti-Wall Street candidate, anti-establishment candidate, and now this son of a bitch has put himself as a brick in the establishment wall, all right? Good God. The Democrats are freaking promising to give him the chairman of the freaking Senate Senate Budget Committee. He's going to be in charge of the purse. He's going to be in charge of the purse, for Christ's sake? Did we not remember what he did to everybody last time, for heaven's sake? This is what he did. Listen. Hey, I'm Bernie Sanders, and I told you that I'd give you free health care, I'd give you free college, I'd give you free everything. All you had to do was donate to the Bernie Sanders campaign. Give me your money. Give me whatever you got left in your college debt account. Donate it to Bernie Sanders. And I will give you everything. I will give you free health care. I'll give you free college. I'll give you a chicken in every pot. I'll give you a free Cadillac. I'll give you whatever you want. All you have to do is give me some money. All you have to do is donate to my campaign. And now that I'm no longer running for president, that doesn't mean you should stop giving to my campaign. I have a political action group. It's called Our Revolution. And you need to donate more money to there. You can donate more money to me. You can donate more money to any one of my organizations because I'm Bernie Sanders, and I promise you anything you want me to promise you as long as you continue to give me your money, all right? As a matter of fact, what I did to you is fair and square. I took your money fair and square. You people were stupid, all right? Nobody put a gun to your head. Nobody told you you had to give me your money. So I'll tell you what I did to you. Come on over here. I'll show you what I did to you. Come on over here. Take your underwears off. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, come on over here. Take your underwears off. All right, it's Uncle Bernie. You know Uncle Bernie, huh? Come on over here. Take your underwears off. All right. Yeah, don't worry about the pants tent. Just come on over here and sit on my apple. Come on over here and sit on my apple. That's right. Keep contributing. Don't worry about it. Just keep contributing. That's right. I'm going to write a book now. I'm going to write a book now, and you're going to buy it. That's right. So come on over here and take your underwears off. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Do you feel the boing? Huh? Do you feel that boing? Hey, that's right. Sit on my apple and take your underwears off. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Keep contributing. I'm going to write a book. That's right. It's the revolution. You like the revolution from Uncle Bernie. You love the revolution from Uncle Bernie. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Keep going. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're hurting Uncle Bernie. Keep going. Oh, you hurt Uncle Bernie. Oh, you hurt Uncle Bernie. All right. Now go ahead and clean yourself up, all right? And don't tell anybody I told you to take your underwears off and keep contributing to Uncle Bernie. And, oh, yeah, vote for Hillary Clinton.
I mean, that's what he did to you. Feel the burn, assholes, man. That's what he did to you. I mean, do you feel the burn, you burn victims? Do you feel the burn, you burn victims?
I mean, good God, man. I mean, do you feel the burn? I'm serious. I hope that it sticks in your craw. I hope that I'm twisting the knife in your goddamn bleeding liberal hearts. I hope that I'm twisting that goddamn knife. Because you deserve it. You were stupid. You were stupid being goofed by this 75-year-old prostate-infected socialist fraud. You're stupid. Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, that's what happened, all right? Whether you want to admit it or not, all right? Whether you want to admit it or not, that's what happened to you. Admit it. All right, go take yourself a cold shower and pull yourself in the corner of the shower and ball yourself up in complete and utter shame and pity because he violated you. That's what Bernie Sanders did. He violated you. He demoralized you. He politically raped you. He politically raped you with no Vaseline, for Christ's sake. He went in dry on your asses. He went in dry. How does it feel? How does it feel, burn victims? Woo! How does it feel, baby? Now this son of a bitch is going to be the chairman of the Senate Budget Committee if the Senate is won by the Democrats. How do you feel? Anyway, folks, let me move on to another subject matter. I mean, I hate to keep talking about Uncle Bernie, but let me tell you, when you idiots were all high and mighty on this old son of a bitch when he was running for president, you would not get out of our faces. You know, oh, no, you feel the burn. It is a burn revolution, dude. Oh, yeah, you don't understand. Bernie Sanders is going to give us everything, man. He's going to give us, like, free college. He's going to give us free pot. You know, he's going to give us free everything, dude. Jesus Christ, man. Just shut up. All right, you people, I'm sticking it in your craw, and I hope you freaking enjoy it. All right? Anyway, folks, did you hear about the British banks, the banks in Britannia freezing the Russian news agency Russia Today's bank accounts? Oh, man, this is not a very good sign. I'm telling you, they are antagonizing Russia into a nuclear confrontation. You know, prior to the Japanese bombing Pearl Harbor, I don't think that people understand that it was Franklin Delano Roosevelt and his Secretary of War and a few other people within his cabinet that basically antagonized the Japanese and goaded them into bombing Pearl Harbor, folks. I mean, lest we forget, prior to the Pearl Harbor bombing, Franklin Delano Roosevelt froze the assets and the banking assets and all financial assets of the Japanese companies, of those Japanese companies that are doing business in America. Prior to that particular bombing of Pearl Harbor, they also denied Japan access to the Panama Canal, which hurt a lot of trade with Japan. They also, they did a lot of things so that, Japan had no other choice than to make a move.
Want a new phone? Need to add a new line? It's the perfect time to switch to Sprint with Sprint's BOGO offer for a limited time only. Buy a Samsung Galaxy S7 and get one free. Don't miss the Sprint Says Thanks event on Saturday, October 22nd. Visit a Sprint store, sprint.com, or 1-800-SPRINT1 today. Coverage and offer not available everywhere. Subject to $30 activation fee and 2 new lines with 24-month installment agreements and credit. Tax due at sale. First phone $27.09 a month. Second phone free after monthly credit. Early termination results in remaining balance due on both phones. Restrictions apply. Want a new phone? Need to add a new line? It's the perfect time to switch to Sprint with Sprint's BOGO offer for a limited time only. Buy a Samsung Galaxy S7 and get one free. Don't miss the Sprint Says Thanks event on Saturday, October 22nd. Visit a Sprint store, sprint.com, or 1-800-SPRINT1 today. Coverage and offer not available everywhere. Subject to $30 activation fee and 2 new lines with 24-month installment agreements and credit. Tax due at sale. First phone $27.09 a month. Second phone free after monthly credit. Early termination results in remaining balance due on both phones. Restrictions apply.
And this is an absolute fact, all right? This is an absolute fact that if you take a look back, prior to the bombing of Pearl Harbor, all right, Franklin Delano Roosevelt froze the assets of the Japanese, denied access to the Panama Canal to the Japanese, denied oil exports to the Japanese. So basically, Japan thought of it as a move, as a strategic military move. They figured, because what Japan really wanted, they wanted to invade China so that they can raid the natural resources of China. But they couldn't do so because America had a, quote, open door policy with China, which basically meant America could just go in and out of China and raid the natural resources whenever it felt like it needed to. And because of that open door policy, the United States was utilizing these diplomatic pressures, if you will, like sanctions and freezing assets and so on and so forth, in an attempt to show Japan that they better not mess with America's interest in China, all right? So when they started freezing the assets of Japan, once they started freezing or not allowing Japanese maritime to go through the Panama Canal, once they stopped shipments of oil, especially into Japan, Japan found itself in a very precarious situation because it wanted to continue its conquest, its imperialistic conquest, and to do so, it needed a lot of oil. And one of the targets was China. China did have a decent amount of petroleum that they could basically just go right in and get without necessarily having any kind of imports of oil necessary to continue to fuel their war machine. So what the Japanese military decided that it was going to bomb Pearl Harbor because that would deplete the naval and air force fleets closest to China so that Japan can invade China and basically take it over without any kind of recourse from any kind of naval or air force backup from the United States, specifically from Pearl Harbor. And that's basically why Pearl Harbor happened. I mean, I know that I know that a lot of freaking history teachers like to claim that the Japs, I don't know, were hopped up on some freaking sake or something, and they decided to go kamikaze into the freaking Pearl Harbor. Look, there's a reason for everything. You know what I mean? There's a reason for everything. If you don't know history, you're doomed to repeat it. Always remember that. And that's why you have a lot of people out here repeating, this secular version of history. Secular. More things change, the more they stay the same, for heaven's sake. And the reason they stay the same is because nobody reads about history anymore. Jesus Christ. Anyway, the only reason I brought up that whole Japan freezing assets and denying the Japanese maritime access through the Panama Canal and denying oil imports in Japan was the pretext to World War II. World War II, for Christ's sake. So when you've got the British banks freezing the assets of Russian television, which is the Russian news organization, news agency for Russia, when you have them freezing their assets, that's not a good sign, folks. All right? This is not a good sign. Not a good sign whatsoever, for Christ's sake, all right? Anyway, let me go ahead and get some more beer, for Christ's sake. More beer. Jesus Christ. Let me have this. I just decided to go in because the engineer decided to pop up this particular chat room on my screen. I'm looking at the Brony Network chat room, and I see a bunch of, snot-nosed little fruit bowl-ish man-children, single whore mother larva bitching and moaning about what I'm talking about it being boring. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you want to know why it's boring? Because you are probably going to end up shining capitalist shoes because you're an insignificant little twat that believes that the goddamn world should be given to you on your goddamn freaking silver platter. And I cannot wait to the day when you are down in the gutter, pissing and moaning in a puddle of your own blood and piss, begging for $1, when those of us that are capitalists will remember, wait a minute, didn't you have opportunity to go and do something, you stupid, dumb, ungrateful, dumbass, little gutter-filled crap? You know what I'm saying? I mean, seriously. So for everybody that's there saying, I'm bored, well, who cares if you're bored? Your life, if God was to put your life into a book, no one would buy it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, have you ever thought about that? If somebody put your life in a book, no one would give two rats' asses. That's why you're bored. All right? That's why you're bored. You were born into a dirty dish rag whore single mother who dumped you in front of an electronic device, a violent video game, or in front of a boob tube while she was out at Applebee's looking for Alabama black snake or something that looks good in a leather jacket. And this is why you're bored. You're bored because that's what your whole life is. Oh, I need something to entertain me. That's what I need. I need that. I need something to entertain me because my life is so insignificant. I just need oh yeah, look, there's a Twitter shout out. Oh look, there's radio graffiti. Give me a break. And you see, folks, this is why I'm not for the people in general. When I speak for the people, I'm not talking about, insignificant losers who can't even help themselves. Insignificant losers that can't help themselves, I think that social Darwinism should just kind of get them out of the way as far as I'm concerned. I'm not joking around, all right? I speak for the capitalists. That's who I speak for. I speak for the individuals that make their own living. Not insignificant little twats that have no idea how to wipe their own derrieres or have any skills to bring themselves any more income other than a goddamn menial labor job. All right? And those that are making money at a menial labor job, I'm not hating on you, but what I'm saying is that a menial labor job is not something you're supposed to work for a lifetime. It's supposed to be an entry level. And whenever you're in that job, you're supposed to acquire certain skills, certain level of management, certain level of understanding to give you experience to graduate into another job so that you can create more income for yourself. So that's why I'm saying, in my personal opinion, I am not for the individuals who can't take care of themselves. If individuals can't take care of themselves, aside from mentally handicapped and physically handicapped folk, if you can't take care of yourself, well, then get the hell out of here. I mean, seriously, what are you doing clogging up the earth? You know what I mean? Seriously, what are you doing clogging up the freeway? Get out, all right? Seriously, go skydive. Go do some risky behavior, for Christ's sake, man. Seriously, I'm not joking around. Get out. We don't want you here. You understand that? I mean, if your only contribution to society is turning perfectly good food into shit, I mean, then get out. No one wants you here, all right? I mean, seriously, I would love to do this, all right? I would love to have some of these ungrateful little gamer, cartoon fetished man children that are still living with Mammy, okay? Love to exchange them and put them in one of these third world countries like, I don't know, how about Liberia, huh? How about putting them out there in Liberia for a couple of weeks and see how bored they are out there, huh? How about that? How about that? How about a little of that? But of course they won't. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm telling you, I don't mean to pigeonhole all single mothers in this category. I know there's a lot of single mothers out there that are, raising their children and so on and so forth. But yeah, you may be raising your children financially. Yeah, you may be, think that you're doing happy things with your children. But if you have a male, okay, and you are a single mother, I mean, all you have to do is take a look at the Brony Network chat room. And that's what your faggy kid is going to end up being. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, look, I have to tell the truth. I have to tell the goddamn truth. I'm sorry. I'm serious. I mean, I'm not joking around. Why do you think that we've got all these kids that call up that try to talk garbage? They don't even want to talk garbage. You notice that most of these kids during Radio Graffiti, when they call up, they don't even want to say anything with their real voice because they sound as fruity as goddamn Greg Louganis in a freaking gay bathhouse, for heaven's sake, all right? I mean, they sound fruitier than George Michael servicing glory holes in a park bathroom, all right? And look, I don't blame them personally. I blame the freaking single dish rag whore mother that shitted this stupid waste of human life out and did not properly raise this male. That's why we have so many cucks. You understand? That's why we have so many freaking male losers out here. Why do you think that, males out here, these freaking males, they're out here, they don't even know how to score with a woman. They don't even know how to score with a woman. They'd rather take a freaking hole in a bed, you know what I'm saying, and put like some cartoon pillow over it and pretend that is some sort of sexual liaison with a woman. You understand? I'm not kidding around. I'm not kidding around. And there's somebody that's in the chat room. I'm a girl ghost. Yeah, right. Okay, great. You're a girl. I bet you 9 times out of 10, anybody who's in the Brony Network chat room that's a girl is an ugly or a fatty. I'm sorry. I'm not. Look, maybe I'm wrong, but what the hell? If you were any kind of an attractive woman, you wouldn't even be here. You'd have some man taking you out right now. I'm serious. I'm not joking. If you were any kind of an attractive woman, you'd have some man taking you out, taking you to the movies, taking you out to, go out and get something to eat, do something for Christ's sake, all right? And if you say, well, no, I have a boyfriend and I'm here with him. Oh, yeah? Well, then that's a cuck, all right? That's a goddamn cuck. You should be in the freaking kitchen making him something to eat if you're there with your man. You shouldn't be sitting here commiserating with a bunch of hard-legged males in a goddamn cartoon fetish chat room. You should be in the kitchen making him something to eat. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, sorry, I'm getting off keister here. I'm sorry, all right? Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, let's move on here. Once again, British banks freezing the Russian today's bank accounts. And, of course, Russia is mobilizing its population for potential nuclear war. You see, while you idiots are sitting over here, I'm bored, but my little pony, oh yeah, I'm a cartoon fetish man child. All this garbage, right? You're going through all this crap. Meanwhile, Russia is mobilizing its whole population for potential nuclear war. They are building fallout shelters as we speak right now, you dumbasses. Well, you people are like, oh, everything's great. My mommy just got me the greatest toy today. My mommy just got me the greatest toy today, and I'm such a great man-child to my mommy. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I'm not joking, folks. This is the reports coming out of the goddamn Russia themselves. They're mobilizing their population for potential nuclear war. They're building fallout shelters as we speak, and here you are, you idiots. And that's why, look, folks, I mean, sometimes, I'm a pretty good man. You know, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's why Julian's doing what he's doing. That's why everybody in the Trump train is doing what they're doing. You know, a lot of people in the capitalist army are doing what they're doing. I mean, we have good in our heart. We want good to happen in society because we want to live in a nice, good society where we can pursue happiness, where we can pursue our own endeavors, so we can partake in capitalism and carve out our own destiny. But you take a look at all the dumb, miserable, useless assholes that are walking on the face of the earth that are just so ungrateful, all right? I mean, just take a look at the freaking Brony Network chat room. I'm sorry, and I don't mean to be singling out the Brony Network. The guy who runs it is a nice guy, all right? The guy who runs it is a nice guy, but the people that hang out in there, at least 90% of them, if you want my personal opinion, belong either in a freaking sex crimes database or, you know, sexual abuser, something, in my personal opinion, all right? I'm not joking around. I mean, just take a look at the riff-raff garbage that's being spewed on the chat room. That's why I don't have a chat room. You understand? I mean, people always ask me, why don't you have a chat room, Ghost? I don't get it. Why don't you have a chat room? This is why. Look at these morons. Look at them. Look at them. I mean, they're stupid. This is ridiculous. Look at this crap. You know what I'm saying? But that's the point. You know what I'm saying? I mean, do we really need to save these, you know, the majority of the people that are in here talking garbage? You know what I'm saying? Like, if there was a nuclear war happening and stuff, I mean, do we really need to save a lot of these people? I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not joking. I'm sorry. I mean, just look at them. Look at what they're chatting, for Christ's sake. Look at the way they're chatting. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, is this worth saving here? All right? Is this worth saving? I mean, look at what's going on. Look at what's being chatted up. Look at this. Is this worth saving? I'm asking. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, let me move on. I'm giving too much attention to this stupid freaking chat room, for Christ's sake. All right, but all I'm saying is at least a good 90% of what's going on in the freaking Brony Network chat room should be purged off the face of the planet, as far as I'm concerned. I'm sorry. I'm not. I mean, and what I mean by that, I'm talking social Darwinism. I'm serious. I mean, we're saving entirely too many lives. Entirely too many lives with seatbelt laws and helmet laws and all this other crap. I'm serious. I mean, these are the lives we're saving with these laws out here. All right, these are the laws that we're saving. Right? I mean, these are the lives we're saving. This is it right here. This is it. Huh? A bunch of fat, disgusting, Pop-Tart-eating, Cheeto-stained fingered ass clowns that think that I'm bored and I'm just such an insignificant little fatty with a goddamn single dish rag whore mother, so that makes me entitled. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, let me move on here, all right? I was going to go off on the fact that the NFL has dropped, their ratings have dropped to the lowest in 5 years, and that Colin Kaepernick just got cucked by the freaking Buffalo Bills, of all people, and why Kaepernick couldn't conjure up any inspiration from Black Lives Matter and all that, garbage that he's conjuring up. Why couldn't he inspire himself to win the goddamn game, Kaepernick? Huh? You freaking hypocritical piece of crap. Do you understand that this idiot was raised by a suburban white family that adopted this son of a bitch. All right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not joking around. So anyway, let me move on here, and let's go ahead and let's get in radio graffiti, for Christ's sake, all right? And as a matter of fact, I may even cut it short. Man, because I'm not. I should not have got on the Brony Network chat room. I really shouldn't. The engineer thought it was. He thought it was a good idea that I'd watch it, for Christ's sake. No wonder I have so much riffraff calling me up, betraying me, talking garbage to me, so on and so forth. I get it now. Take a look at this crap that's in this chat. It's a shame. But yet it seems like we've got a lot of shameless people out here. It's shameless. Good God. Anyway, I may, like I said, end this goddamn son of a bitch early because, it seems as if I got a carpet munching Monday going on, and, we got people talking garbage. Look at, I'm getting bored, Ghost. I'm getting bored. Well, you know what? Get bored, all right? Anyway, folks, before we get started on everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, I'd like to remind everybody one more again that, these autographs, and look, stop buying the engineer's autograph already, all right? Y'all should be buying my autograph and not buying it to burn it, assholes. Not buying it to burn it. Buy it to somewhat appreciate it, for Christ's sake. Do you understand that Chewbacca Mom is selling her goddamn autograph at $20 a pop? You understand that? Freaking Chewbacca Mom, that diabetic freaking white trash-looking piece of trash that put on a freaking Chewbacca freaking mask and was like, I can't believe it. Whoa, I'm Chewbacca Mom. So anyway, folks, I'm only going to give it a couple of more days. People are, saying, oh, please, don't take it down. I get paid in a couple of days. I need your autograph, and I promise I won't get the engineer. Yeah, right. And screw you people that are buying my autograph to burn it. I'm telling you, you idiots will rue the day. You understand that? You will rue the day you burn my autograph, all right? I'm not freaking joking. I'm taking names, asshole, all right? I'm taking names. I'm taking names, for Christ's sake. I'm telling you, man, 2 words, baby, 2 words. Punitive damages, asshole. Anyway, let me move on to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, and I'm talking about radio graffiti. That's right, folks. Radio graffiti, the part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you've got to do is give me a call at area code 425-390-6146, and when I call on your area code or on your Skype name, you have exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. That's why we call this radio graffiti, all right? As a matter of fact, do we got any callers there, engineer? All right, well, let's go ahead and get to some radio graffiti calls right now. And by the way, I'm telling you, do not mess with me today, all right? Do not mess with me today. You've already turned this somewhat into a goddamn carpet-munching Monday, and I'm telling you this right now, do not mess with me today, or I'll get the hell out of here. I will get out of here. I'm out. Jesus Christ, freaking give me a goddamn break. Anyway, let's get to the freaking radio graffiti caller, shall we? How about anonymous radio graffiti?
I'm not racist, all right?
I would have almost let it finish if it didn't have that ethnic twang to it. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
Yeah, shut up, you stupid moron, all right? How about anonymous radio graffiti? Twilly Atkins radio graffiti.
Happy birthday, Eminem. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to
people know it. If I ever saw his ass, I'd beat the living bejesus out of him, and I wouldn't go anywhere. You understand that? I would stay there, I'd be happy to get arrested for beating Eminem's ass, because I'm telling you, once I go into the jail, all the black people will be hoisting me on their shoulder like I'm a freaking sultan for kicking that cracker's ass. All right? You understand that? I'm not joking around. I'd be Mr. Black People in that jail, boy. I'd be Mr. Black People. Jesus Christ. Who else do we got? Nothing but anonymouses here, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. See, you got me cursing. You people have got me cursing. Excuse my French. I'm sorry. It's these goddamn troll terrorists and cyber vermin's fault. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. We got Scarlet Moon Radio Graffiti.
It's Octavia.
Okay, great. Well, you can play the organ. That's great. Jesus Christ. What do you want, a balloon? Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ. Got a freaking Helen Keller deaf mute, for Christ's sake. How about 423 Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost. Cyber Popo here. How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Good. So I just wanted to say I love your show and, shout out to the Trump train and you as well. But I actually retweeted you in something a little bit ago. I know you don't really like Alex Jones, but it's actually pretty interesting. You just put it out. But I just let you know, see if you'd look at it.
All right. Well, what is it?
It's basically Soros kind of like declared war on Russia, and it's explaining how Hillary Clinton is like gonna make it so as soon as she gets elected, if Russia cyber attacks her, she's said that she's actually gonna do a full-out arms assault on them.
Oh, well, that's a plan. I mean, she's not made it hidden that she's wants to hit Russia, and I think it's a collusion. If you want my personal opinion, I do not believe that Russia and America are against each other. I think this is a managed war in an attempt to bring in a civil unrest to justify global totalitarianism. That's my opinion, but the evidence that I've read, and I've been privy to a lot of the information that has been unearthed by WikiLeaks before it even got, released, and my investigation leads me to believe that this is a collusion job between everybody, Russia, the United States, China, everybody. I mean, this is a communist takeover. I mean, it's a systematic communist takeover. All the evidence is there. But, of course, I mean, everybody's watching Kardashian and, football and all that other stuff, man,
Yeah, I agree with you. I find it really annoying that people are, like, more interested in, like you said, football and Kim Kardashian over the fact that, we're really actually pretty close to going to war.
I mean, we're very close. We've been the closest we've ever been since World War II, But, hey, keep watching those cartoons, man, children. How about 434 Radio Graffiti?
Fuck you, Raymond.
All right, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Who else do we have here? All right, I mean, what the hell was that supposed to mean? What a waste of time. 818 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Karaskin, if you're listening, I'd like to commission you to draw me some hentai of ghosts.
Yeah, shut up, you stupid moron. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
I just want the talent back on.
What'd you say?
I just want the talent on, okay? Put the engineer on so we can have the talent.
Well, you said you wanted to hear the talent, and then you sounded as if you were jerking yourself. I mean, what are you getting off on the engineer?
Damn right, you stupid shit. I want the talent.
Jesus Christ, for Christ's sake. I'm telling you, this is America, folks. This is single whore dish rag mother larva America. This is the new America. Enjoy. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Could you ever lay up in her bed? Now there's conversation on the pillow, but she won't later.
All right, well, get a better microphone for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
The least you could do is eliminate that ethnic twang like the Indians do when they're taking calls in a telemarketing call center. The least you could...
Well, maybe not a tech support center, all right? I don't know if you folks have, caught some of these documentaries, man. They actually pay Hindus a lot more that can get rid of their ethnic twang and sound like, "Hi, I'm Billy from the so-and-so call center. How you doing?" Because they know that Americans really don't like to hear, "How are you doing? I am here. I am from India, and I am going to help you with your computer, and I know how to do computer. And for whatever reason, I can't do the computer right now. What I can do is I can do a Hindu prayer to Hare Krishna. I do a Hindu prayer to Hare Krishna, and I can do one to help your computer to turn on. Because I know the Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Samyang Ola. Anyway, let's continue going, shall we? Got Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
I just assumed command of the meme wars, all right?
I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be about, but you're damn right. I took command of the meme wars, and take a look at all the memes that are happening, not just on the internets, but on the real world level. I mean, we are literally hacking signs out here for pro-Trump. We're out here posting signs out here for pro-Trump. I mean, we're not joking around. You understand what I'm saying? We got to go bare knuckle with the propaganda, for Christ's sake. That's why I'm encouraging everybody within the sound of my voice that's within the Trump train, go out and post posters all over your community. I guarantee you will make your local media. And if you make your local media, you will make national media. I'm serious. Plaster propaganda and put it on cars that are in shopping malls. All right? Put it on telephone poles around high-frequented foot traffic. I mean, do whatever it takes. We got to go bare knuckle. We got to make sure that it's in the faces of the electorate that if they're voting for Hillary Rodham Clinton, they are voting for a goddamn criminal. They're voting for a corrupt goddamn criminal, a criminal enterprise, a criminal organization, for Christ's sake.
Changing a song can change your whole day, but change has never been this powerful. At Nissan's Year of the Truck and SUV event, we're rolling out our capable new lineup and big savings. Shop your local Nissan store and choose Nissan.com. Offers end soon.
Want a new phone? Need to add a new line? It's the perfect time to switch to Sprint with Sprint's BOGO offer for a limited time only. Buy a Samsung Galaxy S7 and get one free. Don't miss the Sprint Says Thanks event on Saturday, October 22nd. Visit a Sprint store, sprint.com, or 1-800-SPRINT1 today. Coverage and offer not available everywhere. Subject to $30 activation fee and 2 new lines with 24-month installment agreements and credit. Tax due at sale. First phone $27.09 a month. Second phone free after monthly credit. Early termination results in remaining balance due on both phones. Restrictions apply.
So that's why I'm saying I have taken command of the meme wars, and that's all there is to it, all right?
Hail Ghostler! Hail Ghostler! Hail Ghostler! Oh, hail Ghostler!
Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Shut your ass up, Eminem, you stupid little pig. Shut up! Shut up! I hate Eminem. That guy's a piece of crap. Why hasn't there been any, real rapper beef against this asshole? I think that's a little bit of a white privilege. How about that there, Black Lives Matter? How come there hasn't been any black rapper going after this son of a bitch like black rappers go after each other? Can somebody explain that to me? Huh? Hey, Black Lives Matter. Hey, D-Ray. While you're, stop servicing your glory hole or whatever the case might be, Why exactly has no goddamn black rapper gone after Eminem for being a piece of trash, for a trash-talking piece of garbage, or ever beef with this son of a bitch, unlike all the other black rappers beef with each other? I mean, can somebody explain that? It's because it's white privilege, isn't it, huh? That's right. I mean, hey, what black people should be upset at is like Eminem. I mean, y'all are sitting over here giving Eminem a black pass. When this son of a bitch has made rap music talking garbage about black girls. Have y'all ever heard that song, huh? Well, Google Eminem racist black girl song, and you'll know what I'm talking about, all right? But no, he gets a pass on that, right? Oh, Eminem gets a pass on that son of a bitch. Meanwhile, you've got rappers dying in the streets because black rappers are killing each other, and yet you've got this one white rapper that not only is not touched by any of the rap community, but you've got like every rapper sucking the white schlong head of Eminem, calling him like some like rap legend and rap genius and so on and so forth. I mean, give me a goddamn break. I mean, good God. Seriously, you rappers need to go after Eminem and, start beefing with that son of a bitch. And let me tell you, the big pink Pinocha will come out in this stupid wannabe studio gangster cracker-ass cracker son of a bitch. I guarantee you, he'd be wearing a purse and a skirt in a New York minute if you actually had some real-ass gangsters beefing with this son of a bitch, all right? Seriously. Anyway, I don't like white rappers. I don't like white people acting black or Mexican or Hindu or whatever, and vice versa. I don't like that crap. You know what I mean? I mean, why don't you just be an individual? Why don't you be whoever you want to be and stop acting like you have to encompass or encapsulate certain stereotypical traits? Jesus Christ. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Tonight, U.S. ship attacked. Another missiles fired at a U.S. Navy destroyer. The second attack in just a week. Officials now pointing to Iranian-backed rebels. Sinister deal. Donald Trump suggests a secret plot inside the GOP to keep him out of the White House. And WikiLeaks unleashes more potential damage for Hillary Clinton. One of her top advisors now accusing the Trump campaign of teaming up with Russia. Intentional crash. Investigators...
Yeah, here we go with the mainstream, lamestream media. Oh, Trump's teaming up with Russia, even though Clinton, through the Clinton Foundation and the State Department, gave a deal to Russia to give most of America's uranium, 70% of America's uranium to Russia. But, of course, the Clinton administration or the Clinton campaign and the Democrats are going to have you believe that somehow there's some correlation between Russia and Trump, which is a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of crap, and everybody knows it, you stupid scumbag politicians, man. I'm telling you, they're trying to put us in a nuclear confrontation with the Russians. Don't fall for this crap, all right? Do not fall for this crap. Jesus Christ. Who else do we have here? We got 810 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost.
How's it going?
This is Prismatic Manova. Do you still sell that autograph?
Yeah, of course I still sell the autograph. Go ahead and put in your browser right now, ghost.market. Type that in your browser, go there, and go ahead and buy the autographs. They're only going to be there for a couple more days. And look, people keep telling me, no, Ghost, I get paid. Give me a couple of days. Look, that's enough. I can't keep this up anymore. I mean, if you're going to buy them now and buy them while you can. I'm serious. Jesus Christ. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti? I got to thank God for bringing Donald Trump and giving him the courage to actually run for president. Yeah, well, I agree with that. I mean, seriously. I mean, I'm glad that Donald Trump is running for president. Let me tell you, he's putting his own life on the line, and not to mention, he's lost hundreds of millions of dollars, and that's just putting it modestly, not only in trying to spend for his own campaign, but business deals that have been ruined because people are getting political in business with Trump himself and the organization. It's freaking ridiculous. All right? Area code 559, Radio Graffiti. Oh, Jesus Christ. How about 831, Radio Graffiti?
Ghost, what's going on? You know, it's really funny when you're talking to feminists about Hillary Clinton, and there's this whole listen and believe thing about rape victims. Well, then you bring up the rape victims of Bill Clinton, and then you ask, well, how do you feel about those? Should we listen and believe all of these victims? And then they look for ways to try and downplay it and like, oh, well, you know, these people, they try to like, they victim blame. They even go so far as victim blame for Hillary Clinton. And these are feminists, and it's really funny when you pull that out on them. I don't know if you've ever done that, but I tried that the other day.
Absolutely. And not to mention that. How about Julian Assange? Remember, Julian Assange was a champion to the left. I was a champion of the liberals when he was releasing information of George W. Bush and his administration. And now that he's releasing information that is damning to the Clintons and the Democrats, which, believe it or not, I mean, it makes what George W. Bush has done look like a freaking walk in the park. All of a sudden, the liberals are chastising Julian Assange. All of a sudden, the left doesn't like Julian Assange anymore. Shove it up your ass. How about Anonymous, Radio Graffiti? Yeah, okay, we're great. You can play the freaking little football song on your little Yamaha keyboard. I'm proud of you. How about 832 Radio Graffiti?
Hello, Kraskin. This is Grimace McGee Philip, and I was wondering if I could commission you to draw Ghost spraying his pink ass cheeks and letting Eminem lick his asshole.
Shut up, you sick-ass frog! Shut up! I'm tired of your stupid ass calling in. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti. Man, I hope you get cancer for being so stupid. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
You can try and read my lyrics off of this paper before I lay 'em, but you won't take the sting out these words before I say 'em, 'cause ain't no way I'm gonna let you stop me.
Okay, great. Eminem, we're very proud of you. I mean, how long did it take you to dig that up, for Christ's sake? 205, Radio Graffiti.
Come on over here, take your underwear off. Yeah, don't worry about the pants tent. Just come on over here and shut my ass. Oh yeah, you good, boy? Keep going. You heard the word, keep going.
Oh my God, come on, man. I just do that to prove a point, for heaven's sake. 412 Radio Graffiti.
What I'll give you, a little bit of weed mixed with some hard liquor, some vodka that I jumped off my heart quicker than a shock when I get shocked at the hospital by the doctor.
Hey, assholes, enough of Eminem, for Christ's sake. I hate that scumbag. I hate him. I hate studio-ass gangsters, man. I don't like him. I don't like Snoop Dogg. I don't like Dr. Dre. You know, all these studio-ass gangsters, man, they're fake. All of them. They're fake. They're fake. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, it's Water Guy. I want you to get covered in my juices.
Yeah, great. Real original, idiot. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
Settled all my lawsuits. Fuck you, David! Now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, 'cause we need a little...
God. Damn it! Can you shove that M&M up your ass? All right, shove that M&M up your ass, for Christ's sake, man. Jesus Christ, give me the mic. Jesus Christ, man. Enough of that cracker-ass, cracker, wannabe, gangster piece of garbage M&M. All right? Good God. 224 Radio Graffiti.
Hi, please sit down. I said, will the real Piggy Pie please sit down?
We're gonna have a problem here.
Y'all act like you never seen a pink pony before. Eyes on the floor like Mrs. Cake is being a whore. With me babysitting worse than before. Apple to the core and apple core is rotten now. And now Twilight's like, no, what a catastrophe. She didn't use the legend of the mirror pole, did she? And then Spike said, nothing you
around shaking her you-know-what in front of you-know-who.
Yeah, but she's so fun, though. Yeah, I probably consume too much sugar and sodium, but know worse than what's going on Nickelodeon. Sometimes I want to get on TV and just cut cheese, but I can't. Nor conceive, cause KG, my bladder's in your face.
I mean, get that crap off. I mean, Brony Eminem remixes, for Christ's sake. Brony Eminem remixes. I mean, what the hell? What the hell? Oh my God! With Brony remixes of Eminem, I've heard it all. I've heard it all, for Christ's sake. What is there not? What subject matter is not being fruited up by these goddamn bronies? I mean, these bronies are fruiting up, for Christ's sake, man. They're fruiting up. They're fruiting up. They're making this whole goddamn broadcast smell like butt crack, for heaven's sake, man. With all this fruitiness, for Christ's sake. Oh, my God. Give me the mic. I'm getting infested by bronies. God damn it. Look, I'm telling you, folks, I am going to end this show. Look, there's only 6 minutes left in the broadcast anyway. I should end it now anyway, because you people are a bunch of ungrateful pricks. But, you know, I'm a nice guy. All right, I'm a nice guy. I'm going to take a couple more callers because I'm a nice guy. I know I got a lot of people on the horn here. I got over 100 callers on the line right now listening in, waiting. So I'm going to take a couple more callers because I'm a nice guy. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Benito Gostini, Radio Graffiti. I am assuming command of the Viet Cong, and I will now direct where Charlie now go. Man, we gotta be goddamn serious about it, man. We gotta hit these American schmucks with jungle warfare. We gotta do every single tactic necessary. The Vietnamese people are rising. The Vietnamese people are rising, and we will be in fucking Nam.
Just after midnight their time, a band of Viet Cong raiders blew up a power installation. The mile from the center of town, and there are reports that the National Liberation Front has formed a revolutionary council to run.
All right, you know what? That's it. Each and every one of you stupid little twats to not talk about Viet fucking Nam. I thought I told you never to talk about Viet fucking Nam. I mean, what kind of a splice was that? That was a horrible splice. That was horrible. Splicing me with Charlie, you son of a bitch. You're splicing me with Charlie. God damn it. God! Splicing me with Charlie! Splicing me with Charlie, you son of a bitch! God damn you, man, talking about Viet fucking Nam! Talking about Viet fucking Nam, God damn it! I don't want to talk about it, do you understand? I don't want to talk about it! I don't want to talk about it, man. Give me the goddamn mic. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Jesus Christ, man. Goddamn you sons of bitches on the internet, man. You're lucky. You're lucky we're not in a real room, we're not in real life, because I'd kick ass and take names, all right? I'd be kicking ass and taking names, for heaven's sake. Do you understand that? I'd put a boot in your ass. Jesus, I'm going to take one more call. I'm out of here, for Christ's sake. 614 Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ.
Ghost, I just bought a bunch of autographs. I'm going to spread them around like rose petals before jumping into the tub. Oh, my.
Yeah, jeez. I knew it, man. I knew it. I knew it.
God damn it! Stick a fork in me! I'm done with this goddamn carpet munching Monday! Stick a fork in me! I'm done! I'm so goddamn done with this freaking carpet munching goddamn Monday, man. You people have fruited up this broadcast. You have besmirched me. You have besmirched this broadcast, for heaven's sake. How dare you people? How goddamn dare you people, man? Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I've had enough today. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. I hope all of you got your little rocks off today by getting me upset, yada, 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 and all this crap. But I hope when nuclear war happens, you sorry sacks of crap, all right, when you see the nuclear war begin to happen, I hope that you idiots remember me. Do you understand that? I hope each and every one of you idiots remembers me while you thought everything was a big joke. I hope when World War III happens, you idiots remember me and everything that I ever said to you stupid, ungrateful twats. Do you understand it? I hope you remember me. Because it's going to happen. I mean, just take a look at the dumbness of this goddamn country. Good God. Good God, man. Anyway, look, we got about a minute left in this broadcast. I'm getting the hell out of here. You people, I hope you enjoyed yourself. Carpet munching Monday. Shove it up your ass. Anyway, folks, follow me on Twitter, for Christ's sake, man. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no goddamn underscores. Politics Ghost, all right, is the name to follow on Twitter. And, of course, if you haven't already done so, folks, I'm only going to have the autographs up for a limited time. And look, and this is only for people that claim that, hey, I get paid later. Just give me a couple of days, Ghost. Okay, I'll do it a couple of more days, but that's it, man. That's it. And if you want yours truly or the engineer, his autograph, type in your browser right now, all right? Ghost.market. Ghost.market is the address to go to in your address bar on your browser. Ghost.market. Only going to be up for a couple of days, man. Anyway, I'm getting the hell out of here. You carpet-munching Monday ass cracks. You'll be lucky if I even come back for a Taco Tuesday tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm out of here, scumbags. I can't believe you turned this into a carpet-munching Monday. I can't believe it.